Yo, what's this motherfucker? Son, as soon as I press the button to show the camera, he starts talking. Fucking show, man. You know what, yo? If you want to take over the show, go ahead, show. Go ahead.
Apologies.
No, don't apologize to me. Apologize to the 50,000 people that are watching us. Apologize to our fucking guest. Apologize to Gigi, who's suffering right now with technology.
Why she's staring into the sky like that?
Don't worry about what she's doing. We're supposed to be professionals out here. We just promised homeboy that we'll get him up on the Jero cruise. And as soon as we start, you go out of control, show.
You go rogue.
Out of control.
Yeah. Randy, this is not my fault, Randy.
It is absolutely your fault. Hold up. We're going to have to start this shit over.
Start that shit over.
God damn.
Let's turn the fucking cameras off. Fuck this shit.
This fucking guy. Now, show. Shut up. All right?
That's subtle.
Yeah, right? What's going on, everybody? Show fucked up the first try. We got the second try coming on here, so act like you didn't see all that shit. It's your boy Toe Tags. We got a very special guest, another celebrity besides the call-up. We got the mega pro wrestler Matt Awesome. I'm going to let him do his thing, but yo, right here in the building. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? What's up? How you guys doing tonight?
Chilling, bro.
Doing wonderful. Can I talk?
First thing I gotta ask.
Good. Well, let lay in. You want to introduce yourself, Matt?
Sure, I am the Prince of Chanclas, El Rey de Coquito, from the South, weighing in at 215 pounds of chancletazos himself, Matt Awesome. Yeah, call me Matt for tonight.
There you go. We got the special privilege of calling him Matt tonight. All right, let's go before the show fucks up the whole show.
Word, I'm trying to hold myself.
I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to roll. We have a special guest, and the fact that show is here is going to make it all even not more awesome because it's just show. And Gigi, get your shit together. Come on, you better than that.
Word.
Can I talk?
Right now.
Is it my?
It's up to you now because Gigi's not on.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't want to set up. So don't let me do it. So.
Give me 5 seconds. Let me get my shit together, all right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, show.
Okay, you sure?
All right, you too late. Now, first question. All right, go ahead, show. My bad.
This is horrible.
I'm digging it because Show got me in the background right there. Let him talk. Let the man speak.
See?
He got me in his background. Let the man speak.
Word.
I knew the picture was going to work out, man. It gave me 5 seconds of talk, baby. Woo! Mr. Showing up in the building. Y'all know who I am. Stop playing with me, bruh. Champions in the... Listen, man. Matt, I'm not defending the title against you. I don't care what you say. That's it. I'm just messing with y'all.
You're going to have to defend it against this guy. This guy.
Oh, shit. I don't want the chancletazo. I got in a couple of those when I was younger. Them shits hurt.
Exactly. The best weapon ever chosen in the world is this right here.
Word.
I agree.
It's set many of children straight. Many.
My mother used to use it as a ninja star. It used to come around corners.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Beautiful.
You have that skill. Can't work a phone, but you can throw a
Listen,
nobody's business.
At the end of the day, Nick Gage got his pizza cutter. Mick Foley got Sacco. Sandman got the Kendall. It kind of hurts.
Which you got a good story about that one, though.
Ooh,
about the kendo stick.
Of course I do. We'll get to it. We'll get to that.
Perfect. First question of the day. Do you actually wear the chancleta to the ring? Or do you have it hidden somewhere.
He's never hidden. He likes to be out in the open, and I just put him on the corner right there. And when he calls for me, like, yo, I want some action, I go grab him, and he has to put people straight sometimes because they be acting out of line when they're habitual line steppers. He puts them back in line all the time. So that's just trying to play.
Nice,
like
nice.
That way, I want to see it as I'm wrestling with you. You never know. Never know when you're in danger, brother.
Listen, he comes around the corner. You never exactly. A few people have used it. You know, like right now, I want to give a big shout out. He had, and I hope it doesn't die. I hope it comes back. Because of the mishap we just had a few weeks ago for the last show we were supposed to do this year of it. But he has poly-M coat. I did that part 3 in Pittsburgh. So I traveled all the way to Pittsburgh to go and wrestle in a big scramble match. And Chancla wanted to get involved, and Chancla ended up beating up somebody from Florida. Really good. And what ended up happening was, you know, he felt it. He felt it very good. And then the last show was in Brooklyn over here, a poly-M part. And Eddie McQueen, shout out to Eddie, great wrestler. Loved working with Eddie. Asked for it, gave me a stop word just in case it hurt too much, and I didn't listen. Chancla was making too much noise, rattling against the booty, and you know what? Guess what? Eddie felt it, and people loved it. Listen, 13K views on Poly-M Code Party 4. I am not mad. I am not angry. Again, like I said, shout outs to Envy Young for creating such a great that, you know, it really embodies wrestling is for everyone. You can be gay, straight, lesbian, trans, non-binary, whatever it is, be it. And you can be in wrestling because wrestling is for everybody. Like they say, wrestling comes in different shapes and sizes.
Oh yeah,
matter. He created a platform for that, but fuck it out. You know what? F everybody. He got this.
Word. I tell you one thing though, I'm happy that wrestling's for everybody. I just don't like that it's for John Cena.
Bruh.
I'm just gonna throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna let Kenny. Yeah, Gigi, you gotta change your mic to your Yeti. But yeah, we starting it already. Cause Kenny's a Cena fan. I'm gonna let you defend him.
Oh no, Kenny, you're in trouble.
Listen.
The funny thing is, I heard that he's not a big Cena fan. He's like making fun of you because it's so easy to piss you off. Same thing with Gigi. And you people who don't really like Cena, they just like pissing you off because it gets you so easily.
Yo, my man Matt knows I'm the epitome of calm, bro.
Now when it comes to Cena,
I'm like the Dalai Lama. I just spit straight facts out here, bro. I just spit straight facts. Yeah, my facts are energetic. That's all.
I'm just letting you know what I heard.
Yeah, you good now, Gigi. Oh, okay.
Cena,
I'm good.
Cena is a beast. I'm gonna say it just like that. There's a reason why this man can work. This man can work. And when you become, me being where I'm at right now as a professional wrestler, seeing that man work and how he puts other wrestlers over as much as he puts himself over, there's nobody better.
There's somebody here that's gonna.
He's a future Hall of Famer. Put that out there. Future Hall of Famer.
So this just
for
in.
sure, he's a future Hall of Famer.
This just in breaking news. Matt came to us drunk, but aside though, I still love you, brother. I still.
Thank you for the guys.
Do me a favor.
We appreciate them.
Yep. That's it. And that's all the time we have today. I'm fucking with you. Yo. Nah, but yo, fun fact, everybody. Me and Matt went to high school together, so we go way back. And I want to let everybody know I'm proud of this man. I remember when I first saw his post that he was a professional wrestler and he was going to school and all other shit. Yo, that really touched my heart, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to talk about it in gym class every chance we got. You know, I remember that was our dreams, you know, separately and all that other stuff. And
shop classes and everything.
Oh yeah,
we talk about it all the time, man. All the time.
We're in the parking lot making brawls, wrestling each other and all that other shit. And you did it, bro. And I just gotta for you, my man. All right. I just wanted to get that on my chest before we get into the nitty and the gritty.
Thank you very much. I highly appreciate it, man. Highly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And for being my friend in high school, man. Even though I was, we were both social butterflies in high school, but we kept. Outside of high school, we kept this friendship from then to now, and thank you very much. I appreciate you. I even appreciate you buying the T-shirt, man. Showing love, showing support. That's like one of my first T-shirts that came out last year, and I highly appreciated the fact that you bought it. You took pictures with it. You took videos. I definitely, you have a place in my heart for that one, man.
Yeah, bro.
Definitely got a place in my heart for that.
No problem. I'm about to get Gigi's shirt next, but I'm like, if I'm gonna spend money on people that I watch their shirts, I grew up with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You out there, why not? Why not support? I wear this shit outside and all that other stuff, and people are gonna be wearing the chancleta. I'm telling you.
Listen, like one of my friends says, support's free, love is free. At the end of the day, you support one another, you're going to go places.
That's right. That's right, bro. And that's what we're here for. We here for
the moment support. You guys are doing that, the day you guys are doing, you hit me up, you ask me to do something. I cut a nice little promo for you guys.
It's true.
It's out of love, man, because you show appreciation, you show support, and I had to do it. I had to.
Nah, yeah. That's another thing. We did the Xbox giveaway on the Twitch channel, and my man Matt did a promo for it. It's on the actual YouTube. It's the Nukkle Hedd movie. He did a little promo in the back of it. So I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
Either way, if you can see the chats, and you have your chats on YouTube or no?
Yes, I do.
Because an old friend of ours from high school is in there right now watching, Chris Santos. He just hit me up and told me he's watching.
All right, what's going on, Chris?
What up, Santos? We love you. We miss you, man. Hurry up, get back to New York, my man.
Word. He hasn't commented yet, but appreciate you watching. We got Harris in the building. We got Kenny in the building. We got Williams, Randy, Pimp. Everybody's up in here. Everybody appreciate y'all coming.
For Mr. Awesome.
Word.
Hey.
Anybody have a question for Matt? Anybody want to say anything? I feel like we've been taking the whole.
Come on.
Honestly, I'll say it's awesome to actually, because I don't know you personally, but I've been to school with people that say they're going to do stuff, and I never really got to see it realized. So it's awesome to see somebody that actually went through it and is actually still to this day doing his thing. So it's awesome, even though I don't know you like he does, but I'm proud of you, brother.
Thank you. Nah, once there's some shows closer to town, I'll invite you guys out. You guys come out to one of my shows. I do have a show this weekend. If y'all have a car, if y'all want to make it out to Connecticut, it's called Blood, Sweat, and Tears Wrestling. I will be wrestling at the show. It's an 8:00 show. First responders again, special discount at the door. But bring the kids. The kids love wrestling too. It's gonna be a great show. Every show that they put on, it's a good show. My last show, I was there a few weeks ago. I was in a triple threat match, and unfortunately, I didn't come up with the W. I proved to them that I can hang with some of the best ones that they have to throw at me. They got a taste on my foot. Put it like that. I gave them one of my was blessed to me by Mecca, and I'm like, he told me I could do it. If I do it correctly, keep it. If I don't ever attempt it ever again. I did it correctly, so I got a chance to keep it, and I got a chance to showcase it.
Nice. That's what's up, bro. I want to get into that, but Leia, you have anything you want to say? Gigi, you got to unmute yourself. Show muted you. I don't know what happened.
I saw that. I didn't say a word. I was like, don't figure that out. I was wondering, what wrestling school did you go to, and when did you start?
Okay. So about 7 years ago, in fact, I met this gentleman by the name of Steven Pena here in the Bronx. He's also a professional wrestler. He was a personal trainer at the Blink gym that I will go to, and he saw me one day with a soft t-shirt on, it said soft on it, and I'm in there, working out, doing my thing, and out of nowhere, he goes, "Oh, I know that guy," and I'm like, "Which one?" Because they Enzo and Cass, two of them, and he was like, "Oh, I trained with Cass." I'm like, "Oh, you're a wrestler?" He was like, "Yeah." So I went to one of his shows. I fell in love with it again, all over again. I fell in love with the indies again. And he told me, "Hey, you live in the Bronx? There's a school out in the Bronx over here. Come and train." I'm like, "Cool. Let me cut weight first." So I cut weight down because I was a little big. So I cut weight down, and I ended up going over here to Darwin's Extreme Fitness over here in the Bronx when they had a ring for BWF, and I trained there with Steven Pena. He taught me how to roll. Well, I kind of knew how to roll because of the gymnastics background that I have from high school. He taught me how to bump, how to hit the ropes. I ended up throwing up that day because, wrestling is not just, spectacular, athleticism, like you're born with it. No, it's a toll on the body. And I ended up puking my life away, then got back in the ring to finish my bumps. And I did. And he told me to come back. I came back the next day, trained again. And around that time, I met other people who were training there. So I got a chance to train under a lot of different wrestlers, not just him. So Bronco International, he had a hand in training me. Also, Mantequilla, who wrestles out of Hague. I've also trained with Santana and Ortiz. I did a few of his little boot camp that he had. I did a few of his classes before he actually started the boot camp, and then when he had it, I owe a lot to that man. He taught me a lot in the ring. Also, Ghost Shadow and Azrael, they're Ring of Honor originals, and I trained on. Drew used to go by, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, Angel Dust when it was the Special K group back in Ring of Honor days. I've had chances to train with Jay Lethal, a few different people, a plethora of wrestlers that I got a chance to train under and learn different ways of footwork, running the ropes, stuff of that nature.
That's dope, bro. That's crazy. Yo, as you're going through your wrestling career,
but it's fun, man. It's if you were thinking of doing it, I'm just saying it takes a lot.
I can imagine that. Yo, as you're going through your wrestling career, have you thought, I'm pretty sure you see the inside workings of it and you can appreciate it more than just a fan, but what's the major changes from being just a fan to being a wrestler, now that you see it from the inside? Can you hear me?
Well,
all right.
Yeah, that's the thing. To be a part of this business, you have to be a fan first, most of the time. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, cool.
You have to be a fan first. I've always been a fan. I'm always gonna. But there's a level of profession you gotta hold sometimes. When you meet some of these wrestlers that you grow, you still watch to this day. For example, when I trained with Jay Lethal, I've always been a Jay Lethal fan. I've always loved his work back when he wrestled in Jersey All Pro. There was a lot of places where I've seen Jay Lethal work. So me getting in the ring with him getting into the ring with me, basically, because he saw me during a class teaching a few of the new guys how to give the shoulder tackle. He got in and he was like, "Matt's absolutely correct. Run it real quick together." So when we ran it deep down inside, the fan in me was like, "Holy shit, it's Jay Lethal. Oh my God, I'm in the ring with Jay Lethal. Holy crap. Oh my God. But the outside professional me was, all right, let's lock up. Okay, headlock. All right. Drop me off. Shoulder tackle. I was being so professional. Now I can bump into him and we could shake hands and just joke around about it. Just the same way when I met Loki, because I've always been a Loki fan, and even Homicide. Meeting them, I'm like, holy crap, it's Homicide. Holy crap, it's Loki. Yet at the same time, I'm asking them questions about the business, the do's and do nots, and they're giving me their side of the story. sharing coquito with them at the same exact time, because there's a funny story behind the coquito with them. But you never stop being a fan, regardless how far you are in the game. Like, I speak with a lot of fellow wrestlers all the time. Well, I've had plenty of matches. He basically, like, we went to a show recently, even though he had a spot in the show. I did. He was talking about other wrestling shows, other wrestlers, and it's just humbling. Like, yo, I share locker rooms with these guys, but I've grown up watching these guys at the same time.
Yeah.
And it's what's going on in wrestling now is, you know, I feel with AEW now being above WWE, because I'm gonna go out there and say, I'm not gonna handle him. They're above WWE right now. Like, WWE has a problem when it comes to what W is doing, and I felt that since the very beginning with the people they signed and they brought aboard. They're being more diverse. They're letting wrestlers have creative, you know, their creative, like, juices running, and they're not like they're being stopped or being given a character that, you know, they probably don't want to be, or like say for Malachi Black right now. The gimmick that they gave him was Aleister Black. He ran it. He did his thing. Some of that was his own input. But when they released him, the gimmick he was doing, that was his gimmick. That was the idea. And Vince was kind of giving him the reins to the point where they just released him. So he had new theme music. He had a whole bunch of stuff coming up. So now with AEW, he can stretch his days now and be as creative as possible. That's the best part. Like, they're showing diversity when it comes to letting somebody be creative. Now, you know, they have right now the Lucha Bros as the tag team champions. Latinos are holding the title right now, which I'm 100% for it. And when you think about it, the first person to hold those tag team titles, one of them was African American. But people really don't remember that. The first woman to hold, the second woman to hold the women's title,
transsexual.
Rose, African American, Native American. Like, they're showing diversity. They signed Sonny Kiss. They have. So they're showing a big diversity of showing that wrestling is for everyone. Like I was saying before, and beyond with his, you know, there's a whole bunch of wrestlers that are in there that should be there, that should be on TV. They just signed my boy Lee Moriarty, who's one of the best wrestlers in the Northeast. They signed him last night at Dynamite, and I'm super happy for him. Now, like, there's a whole bunch of other people like Masha Slamovich. There's Edith Surreal, who's also another indie wrestler who is transgender, and she's killing it right now. You have Dark Sheik, she's amazing. Like, you have all of these wrestlers that they need to be in the forefront. Like, and AEW is the place where I have a feeling they're gonna bring those people aboard, and they're gonna make it so that everybody knows that wrestling is for everyone, not only just for the casual, what we always saw growing up. There's other races, there's other pieces to it. Wrestling is super diverse.
Oh yeah.
Depending on where you go to watch it, that you see the diversity.
I hear you, bro. That you know, that's something that we haven't touched on, the diversity.
I want to hear these questions.
Yeah. That's something we haven't touched on in our podcast, the diversity of how much AEW is. But that's a good point, though. That's a good point that you bring up. That's dope. So, Gigi, you got something for Matt?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite type of match to get into? Like, what's your favorite match to get into, and what was your favorite match that you wrestled in? Your favorite type of match to A, watch as a fan, and B, to be in.
Okay. Well, I've always been. Okay. So I've always, when I first started, of course, I was a singles wrestler. That was, again, I've only been wrestling right now going on 6 years. So 6 years so far. Beginning half was I met my tag team partner while training one day, and it was funny because we'll have some like facial reaction to be a tag team. We looked at each other. From that point on, we became a tag team. My boy Johnny Santos. Sometimes you wouldn't get the W, but we'll prove that we could bang with the best of them in the ring. Honestly, I love tag team wrestling. Tag team wrestling is dear to me, so I love to wrestle tag matches. Preservation of the body. Not only that, but my favorite match to watch. Anything that's like a pure wrestling match. I love pure wrestling. I do have a bit of a love matches now. I'm sorry. But I love pure wrestling. Pure wrestling is a style right now that I'm starting to adapt to. That I'm learning how to do. Again, shout outs to Steven Pena. He's one person that we go to. There's a new school. It's the Fallout Shelter. Shout outs to the Fallout Shelter. It's a great place to go to learn. You're learning under Steven Pena. You're learning under Masha Slamovich, Mike Law, and Santi. They're great coaches to teach what it is of wrestling. Like Masha, she trained for about the better half of 2020 in Japan. Like she flew out there for New Year's, got stuck out there because of the pandemic, and all she did was train and wrestle out there. So she's coming with that whole Japan for everybody. Then you have Steve Pena, who took time out of his busy life to actually go and train in Germany for a while. He's bringing that to Fallout. You also have Mike Law, who's great, and Santi, who's also great. Like they're amazing. They're an amazing group of coaches at Fallout Shelter over at LIC Queens. And I go there and I train every now and then with Pena. We get like private ring time, and some. Mike Donovan will show up and we'll train with Mike Donovan. Santana and Ortiz will show up and we'll end up training with them and running spots with them and blow up drills. Me freaking crawling out of the ring to go and puke and drink some more water because their cardio is unmatched. But Fallout Shelter is like my new home now because unfortunately BWF closed down, which I don't, and it was an easy walk to, but now it's gone. So I got to take that train ride to. But pure wrestling is where it's at. Like if you can sit through a whole Jonathan Gresham match and not be wild, there's a problem because that man is a technical genius. With Lee Moriarty too, like he doesn't consider himself a technical wrestler, but his technical style is unmatched. You also got people like, Zack Sabre Jr. He's another person who's technical as hell. And what they do in the ring is like, to me, it's like art. It's 100% art. And death matches are just crazy. Like if you ever sit through a death match, just know you're going to see nothing but light tubes, baby doors getting set on fire, people getting put through them, people getting put through doors, glass doors, sheets of glass. It's bananas, and I kind of have a sick liking for it. But hey, if you do death matches, you do death matches. I've seen a few in person, and just who's being busted over somebody's head and the white smoke flying out. It's just so amazing. I don't know why, but it's great. But you Arquette almost died during a death match. Just to throw that out.
I remember seeing that.
Gage, so throwing that out.
But not for nothing, Matt. You did the most vicious thing I've ever seen a wrestler do. He slammed somebody on Legos, bro. Like, how the hell do you do that? How do you do that to someone, bro?
I don't know. I might want to take thumbtacks before I do Legos, man, because Legos is like terrible.
Good.
I'd rather bleed than sit through any fucking Lego. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy.
How do you?
Okay, so the Legos.
Yeah, I saw that. How do you play? How do you learn to fall on Legos?
There's legit.
This good old JR
You gotta
spot.
be a little sick. You gotta be a little sick in the head for that.
A little. You got to be a lot of sick in the head for that. You step on one by accident, you're out for 3 weeks.
You don't learn it. It just, the thing is, I seen that. Like, personally, Lego death matches, and I'm like, what the hell? There's an actual place for this. Okay, so I'm looking at it, and I said one day on Twitter, just seeing it, just speaking out loud on Twitter, I'm like, hey, I would love to wrestle with Lego. And my boy Hoke, shout outs to Hoke, in fact, he was like, oh, you gotta pass through the Lego Deathmatch Queen first. So another guy who's a commentator, who's a good friend to us, Pete Rosado, he volunteered for me to take a power driver onto Legos, or a power bomb, or a face buster onto Legos, and I'm like, no, not taking that. I'd rather take a suplex, bareback. So, months pass through, and I get given a match at Blood, Sweat, and Tears, which was like my interview match, you could say. Pre-show match right before the show started, and we were going to set the tone for the show. The guy gave us 15 minutes to, go bananas. And I'm like, I don't want 15 minutes. We're going to do about 8 or 10. So we go in there. I asked the guy first, I'm like, is it cool if we do a Lego spot? And he's like, oh, sweet, cool. I kind of regretted it once I took out the Legos and poured them into the ring. And my dumbass decided to do the Three Amigos on top of the Legos. And it's painful. Like, Legos are no joke. Also, I threw a chair at the guy in the match. I pulled the whole Sabu spot and I threw the chair at his face, which is my favorite spot of the match.
Nice.
Honestly. Besides the Legos, favorite spot of the match was the chair throw.
Yo, I gotta get show.
But yeah,
I gotta do the Three Amigos to show on Legos.
I'll do it.
I would love that. I would be the best seller.
Oh no! You're not selling nothing. It's gonna be real for you, show. I'm really gonna slam you on some Legos.
You sick fuck.
You don't need to sell. You just don't act.
That's the chant that's gonna follow that up.
Naturally. That's it. There's no fucking selling that. You just go act naturally. Like, fuck.
My butt cheeks.
Word.
I like it. Let's do it.
You better stop before you find a little Lego man up your ass.
Luckily, I wore a t-shirt in the match, but I landed on them on the bare part, and I felt it.
Yo, did you have any imprints of the Legos?
Some sharp corners from Legos.
I didn't want them submerged anywhere in my body where they don't belong.
I hear you. Yo, I have a serious question for you.
I had a marking of a Lego after I hit a and landed hip first onto it. What's up?
Do you guys wear cups?
What's the question?
Do you guys wear cups? Like
some do. I don't.
Okay.
I choose not to.
All right, because I always
literally
wondered.
Balls to mat.
I don't.
It's literally your balls to the mat then.
To me, yes.
All right.
Depending on if you know how to bump, you're safe down there. If you don't, well, hopefully you had kids before that match. So.
Damn. Shit, imagine that you fall balls first on a Lego.
Yo,
life is over.
Yo,
you're gonna be talking like this for the rest of your life.
I don't got balls, and that's just me in my fucking stomach. Come out with the
Lego head.
Yeah, for real. Yo, so where did you first get your inspiration for your style of wrestling? Like, who did you emulate?
Gonna come out with the weird ones.
Word.
Who inspiration? Well, it's a few different. In time, I developed the way I wrestle now is I like to be a little more technical now. So that's you go back to like I was saying before. I like watching Zack Sabre. I like watching Lee Moriarty. So that's a mix of them. Homicide used to wrestle that way in pure wrestling. Dragon. Roderick Strong. I take it back to the early Ring of Honor days with me. Like that's right there. I kind of meshed up my style to be if you see how Homicide used to work and how he works now, it's very similar. I try to get a piece of everybody I've ever trained with, a piece of their style, and mix it into mine. I understand, like certain. It's 100% me, but with a twist.
No, yeah, I get that.
You know, I'll do a style like Pena. Like I'll try to chop somebody like Pena would. I'll try to like super kick. That's how Santana would fucking kick somebody. So I try to get a piece of each of my trainers, relate them in the ring, basically show respect. That's just my style. That's my way of showing respect.
Yeah. That's what's up, though. All right, I got you. Kenny had a question in the chat a while. He goes, was there ever a point in your training that you said to yourself that you was done, and if so, what made you stay? There might be a little delay or something.
If I said I never had that feeling or I ever said that to myself, yeah, it's a little delay. I see it. But with that, all of us have always had that, and I'm gonna speak for a few guys that I know personally. They've said it themselves. Yo, I don't do this. So, you know, injuries are really bad, and not only that, sometimes personal life like hits. Like when I first started training, my mom actually got sick, and I was still trying to train through it. A few weeks later, she passed away. So I took a seat back for like a few weeks. But what I found to keep me out of that dark place that a lot of people tend to go to was wrestling. So I watched a whole lot of wrestling. Like I was going back to watching early Ring of Honor. I was watching a whole bunch of Ricochet matches. I was watching a whole bunch of Becca Wolf matches. When I would even watch a lot of my wrestle, and I'm like, you know what? This is keeping me sane. This is my sanity. This is my sane. So I didn't give up because I wanted to. Because I'm like, I got to focus on working. I got more bills to take care of. I got a whole bunch of things to take care of. But the feel of I'm going to sound crazy, but the feel of a bump, the hitting of the ropes back and forward, taking a shoulder tackle, suplexing somebody, getting suplexed, I missed that and I needed it. And that was what kept me sane. And that's what keeps me sane now. And I do have those moments where I'm like, yo, but I don't, because when you find something you're passionate about and you put your all into it, you put a lot into it, you know, you're gonna stick with it no matter what, no matter how many losses, no matter how many wins you have, or you know, less bookings you have than the next person. It's the passion that you have, it's the drive that you have. You're not gonna stop.
No, I hear you, bro. And yo, I know the feeling. I lost my mom, 10 years ago also, so I know, what you could have been going through and all that other stuff. I just want to let you know, bro. I didn't know your mom personally, but I can imagine she's got to be proud of you as a motherfucker with what you've accomplished so far and what you're gonna accomplish in your life, man. Just want to let you know that. Just always remember that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry for your loss, brother. Both of you.
No, of course. I got a tattoo of her on my forearm. I take her to the ring with me all the time.
That's it, bro.
Awesome.
So, good.
Yeah. So, any more questions? I want more questions. Come on. Like, you're not gonna ask about this guy over here?
Oh, we're gonna ask all the questions. So gave us a damn list to not ask you, which is cool.
No,
I don't give a shit. I'm gonna ask you anyways. Do you like mayo on your sandwich?
What?
See, this is why I didn't want show to have a live mic.
I'm sorry.
Do I like who?
Do you like mayo on your sandwich?
He told me not to ask you certain questions. I don't give a shit.
No, you know what? If we're gonna ask questions like that, bro.
Do I like what on my sandwich?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Mayonesa. Mantequilla.
Oh,
no, that's not butter. What are you going?
Mayonesa. Okay, mayonnaise, mayonesa. Yeah. Mantequilla and butter.
Yo, if we're gonna ask that question, then I gotta ask a very serious question, and I don't want to hear nothing from none of y'all. My man Matt, he knows. Do you have Sasha Banks' phone number? And if not, can you get it to me?
This motherfucker.
You want the hard-hitting questions? I'm going to ask him. Sasha Banks.
The legit boss. Sasha Banks. The blueprint.
Sasha Banks. The legit boss. Unfortunately, I don't have her number. No, I don't. But I know people that do. I don't.
So let's work on that because she needs to have my number.
No.
She's been.
No.
I can feel her energy.
No.
And she's begging for it. So let's get this rolling. My people have been trying to call her people and.
No.
We don't want to scare her. So what are you doing?
I have Bailey's number on my phone, honestly, to tell you the truth.
Yo, bro. Yo, no one's watching this right now. It's just me and you. This is private. Everything muted.
Technique, I'd rather ask Bailey for her number. That's it. So
then you know what?
We got
you can have Bailey. I can have Sasha.
People watching.
Listen,
you can have Bailey. I can have Sasha.
Anything to get that number.
Yo, bro, I'm not mad at you. Yo, dude. DJ, I'm wearing the shirt. All right, I can ask these questions. These are hard-hitting questions. When you come to the Nukkle Hedd Podcast, you got to be prepared for these hard-hitting questions. We don't pull no punches here. This is the #1 podcast in the world for a reason.
All right.
Tell him, Lay. Tell him, Lay.
Hey, man. This podcast, I can't even fight the dude on that. He has a point. I'm gonna ask a question. That'd be what it is, man. It's cool.
Oh no! I said we're all canceled now. Thanks, guys.
You said, whoa. What's this we?
Yeah, no.
I didn't ask that question. He did.
That's right.
Not this man.
And I can always blame Show.
All of us canceled. Not this guy next to me, but that guy up there. Not this guy. But y'all know the bald-headed Puerto Rican.
Absolutely.
The bald-headed one.
Man, that's fucked up.
The bald-headed one with way less color. Way less color.
Don't get me canceled, y'all. I need more bookings.
Not as much pigmentation.
We got you. Yo, Matt.
You're fine. You're fine.
I just got mad light on me. That's what it is.
Vince over here is going to get us canceled. Now trying to get Sasha Banks. And there we go. There goes our YouTube channel all of a sudden.
All I'm saying
is us part. I'm still trying to understand this us part.
All I'm saying is we can get
we're
Bailey.
all in this together, man.
Yo, we can
one
get
team, one dream.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm just gonna say this right now. Sasha Banks, she's a boss. She's killing it. She's amazing. She's from NXT to the main roster. She is a gem. She's a future Hall of Famer, 100%.
Right, future baby mama.
She can go. So I have nothing bad to say about Sasha Banks. She is great. Same thing with Bailey. Two hard workers right there. Two hardest working women in the business. Love their style. Love how they work. But let me turn it to the other side. Let me put some names out there like Auntie Swole, Big Swole from AEW.
I love me some Big Swole.
When she starts getting more on Dynamite, you guys are gonna see the talent in this woman. Not only her. Big Swole. You got Diamante, who's coming up. You know, those are my primas in the business right there. Those are my primas. I love them to death. Whenever they're in town, I always, talk with them. In fact, shout outs to Battle Club Pro Wrestling.
Word.
They have a show coming up. You have to hit up their page for invite only. It's in October, and Big Swole is going to be facing off against the Boricua badass herself, Sasha Steelz, in a rematch for the Icons title.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
If y'all in town in October, y'all need to go to this show because this show is gonna be off the hook. It's gonna be bananas. I want to see each of y'all there so y'all can see this magic that Battle Club puts on every single show that they do. But if y'all love Big Swole, she gonna be there. She's cool as hell. That's like family to me. Again, like I was saying before, I'm gonna get back to what I was talking about. You have Diamante. She's coming up. She's killing it. You also have Kiara Hogan, another person who I'm cool with and I love dearly too. She's coming up. She's gonna be killing it. If you go over to Impact, you got Savannah Evans there now, another homegirl of mine. You also got Sasha Steelz, who is a legit. I'm not calling her Sasha Banks, but she is a real boss. She's a Boricua badass. And she's humble as hell. Love her to death. she's a beast. She's a beast in her own. And those are people that you guys got to keep your eyes on. That's an AEW. Like they're prime pillars that's gonna be building up that even more all the time, every week. They're killing it on soon, very, very soon, we will see them on Dynamite. I'm hoping and praying that I see them in a few weeks over here in Queens. Like, I'm going to see them personally. I'm going to pop in there. If they're in town earlier, I'm going to try to see if we can chill or whatever, all of us.
All right, shit.
As you know, they're going to be at the in Queens, and the show that's coming up at Battle Club, go follow Battle Club Pro Wrestling. Go follow them as soon as this is over, and get tickets to that show. That show is gonna be off the hook. There's gonna be talent, indie talent that you guys are gonna see and be like, why are these guys not signed? Why are these women not signed somewhere? Because they are so talented, and the talent is right in your backyard. And a lot of people don't see that. It's crazy because recently there was some news that the WWE is no longer going to be looking into the indie for talent, right? Before that, my focus wasn't to go there anymore anyways. It was to go to AEW because a lot of my friends are in AEW. A lot of people I know is in AEW. So the moment they said that, I'm saying to myself, well, there goes more talent for AEW to pick up that is gonna that's gonna keep boosting up their,
marketability.
Now they just signed the best wrestler in the Northeast. Everybody else is everybody else that they're gonna be picking up right now is just gonna be adding on, and making AEW the place to go. They're the ones that opened up that forbidden door to allow wrestlers from Impact, New Japan, Ring of Honor to come over and wrestle. They're the people that are doing that. But guess where it starts? It starts where I'm at right now. It starts in the indies. It starts in the independent wrestling. We have the most passion. Besides the people in AEW, we have so much passion for this whole thing. Like, shout out to Sugar Dunkerton. He's Sugar D. If you don't follow him on Twitter, follow him. He speaks the truth. MV Young is another person who is a beast in the indies, and he's doing his thing. Steven Pena needs to be signed somewhere. I want to see my boy. I want to see my boy on Dynamite. He needs to be in those places because his talent is so. It's rare to find pure talent like these guys have. Darius Carter, one of the best to ever be a heel in the business. You think MJF is good? This guy. These people need to be in the forefront of AEW, and all of these people I mentioned, majority of them are POC, and that's the thing. WWE really didn't put so much highlight on the people of color. Like Kofi Mania happened, and we all went crazy. We went bananas.
Oh, yeah.
I loved it because you know what? I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Boricua. A lot of my heritage come Afro-Latino. So I appreciate seeing Kofi there. I appreciate Bobby Lashley right now being, of course, I love seeing the Lucha Bros with the titles because, again, that's our Latin heritage right there. That's Latinos. Latinos got it. I want to see my boy Santana and Ortiz take that title. I want to see them, the Boricua, in that title up with the flag with them. Like, I want to see that so bad. Something that we were able to see in the WWE with Primo and Epico or Carlito. Only Carlito held one title the whole time he was there.
I think too. He had the Intercontinental in the United States.
Like Carlito Caribbean Cool.
Yeah, he was prototypical. It was all
Primo and Epico were timeshare salesmen for Puerto Rico. Come on now.
Mm-hmm. For a furniture store, if I'm not mistaken.
In a way, they made a laughing stock of them in my eyes, but their talent stood up. Yeah. But their talent, they're showcasing their talent in the ring was unmatched. But then you go to W right now, you see how Santana Ortiz handle themselves and how they kill it. This is something they've been doing for years, building their craft in the indies. to bring it there and be like, yo, we're going to show this world why we're the best tag team. We're going to show this world why we are the nastiest to do it. And you see them, it's like poetry in motion when they wrestle. They kill it every single time they're in that ring. Yeah. So wait until they have those matches against the Lucha Bros. If you didn't see them kill it in Impact with them, or even in Beyond Wrestling, they did an American Rana a few years back. Killed it. Like, I mean, when I say killed it, I was popping like, oh my God, the whole match. Like, that's how good they are.
Yeah.
And now that they have a platform to showcase and be shown, we're going to be seeing Scorpio Sky soon go for a title. We're going to be seeing everybody go for a title. And as people of color, that's what makes me proud. That's what makes me push even more to go there.
No, I hear you. Yo, Matt, I love your love for the people that you come up with and all these guys, and the appreciation that you have for their hard work and them possibly going to AEW, making, wrestling on TV nowadays better and all that other shit. But I want to hear where you gonna go, bro. I want to hear where you plan on going, because you're a talented brother, and you saying all that stuff, it's inspiring to me. But to see one of my brothers make that shit is where I'm looking for. That's where I'm looking, because we got a guy from Alfred E. Smith, professional wrestling, possibly could be, AEW pretty soon, or maybe even WWE. We never know how he's feeling at the time. You know what I'm saying? He might take that bullet for me so he can hook me up with Sasha Banks. We don't know. But I'm just saying, I want to know what's the plans for my boy Matt Awesome.
For me, I wanna wrestle a few more places. I wanna wrestle up in Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Florida, North Carolina, Georgia. I wanna get my feet wet in those different places. I wanna get to the West Coast. I wanna wrestle in Nevada. I wanna slowly, but I want to make my way. Even if it's a dark match, if I get on dark or dark elevation and I got to take and get slammed by Lance Archer, or take the only power driver from the freaking, FTR, I don't care. Me stepping in that ring and doing it, I made it.
I hate it.
Just being somebody from the South Bronx that was told in junior high school by a teacher that you will never amount to nothing because of where you're from. To see where I'm at right now,
the bullshit statistic that they give all Latinos and African Americans.
I'm working a full-time job.
And by the way, fuck that teacher,
from
bro.
The South Bronx. Yeah. And that. They stereotype. They put us in a box. Oh, no, of course. He lost his job. After he told us all of that, he lost his job. But to hear that, and that always replaying in my mind as I'm an adult, now that I'm doing what I'm doing, I was showcased on Japanese TV for Ring of Honor New Japan Fusion for their War of the Worlds. I was a security guard at a Ring of Honor event, and I had to pull Hangman off the ring. My face made it onto Japanese TV just doing that. I've won a Japanese title in the very beginning of my career. I won the DDT Heavy Metalweight Championship.
See?
For
this
3
is what
minutes
I'm talking about.
But I held a Japanese title.
Yo,
not only that.
That's dope. That's so fire.
I wrestled Samoan. I've wrestled Samoan greatness. I wrestled The Rock's cousin.
Which one? There's so many of them. It
was a big tag. It was a tournament. Sean Maluda. Look him up. Sean Maluda.
See, he
was in AEW shortly too.
This is the shit I'm talking about, man.
And nothing but admiration for that family and what he's done. Like I've been in the ring with these people.
There you go. See,
it's just it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. leaving it in God's hands, me pushing forward. That's all it is. I don't doubt myself. My significant other, she's 100% behind me. She supports everything I do. She's like my manager. Like, nothing gets by her. I shoot a promo, she has to watch it, and I shoot a promo with the guys, and she watches it. She tells me to short certain things, speed up certain things, fix the audio here, fix the audio there. She's literally my rock right now with everything. Like, she even read the Young Bucks book before I did, and she looked at me every single page, every single chapter done. She was like shaking her head like, sacrifice. You need more sacrifice. You need to do more of this. You need to do more of that. And I take that feedback from her, even because she's not in the business. So to take feedback from somebody that's outside the business, that can see what I'm going through in the business, I can see the business as like as a fan, but also know what she's talking about. That means a lot to me. So I have the right people behind me. I have the right circle behind me. Like, it's a matter of time before I get to these places. It's a matter of time that you will see me in a big battle royal that's for a big promotion, that in the indies, that, oh shit, that's mad awesome. Oh shit, oh, he got the chancla. Oh, he's beating everybody in the rumble with it. Like, you guys gonna see that. Like, I was on the show with Effie recently. I was on a show with Effie, with PB Smooth, with Billy Dixon. I was on a show with Lee Moriarty and my boy Charles Mason, where they had a great match in the ring. And I was on shows with these guys that are being looked at on the indies. So I'm closer than I feel I am right now.
Good.
And it's just a matter of time.
That's it, bro. And you got the whole Nukkle Hedd Nation, behind you too, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna have that support here, man. Yo, we got some questions from the chat. I'm gonna fire them at you. I know it's gonna be a while, but
you guys just gotta watch my matches.
That's it. We got you. Yo, you gotta give me the information for those events, and we'll definitely show up.
I shoot.
All right. Yep.
Oh, I got a quick one from Pimp. He wants to know: are you a baby face or a heel?
There you go. That's the first question in the list I'm getting. All right, so,
I had them written down. I didn't know if you was looking.
All right, no, do you think?
Heel. Who asked that question?
Pimp Boy.
Pimp.
This was a while ago, but he asked if you were a face or a heel, and then
wait, who asked the question? I didn't hear.
Pimp Boy.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
I'd say I'm in between. It depends on how I'm feeling that day. If I feel like I want to be a little off and I want to beat somebody with chancla while the referee's not looking, I want to pull a Eddie Guerrero like cheat and steal. By the way, fun fact, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I'll do that. But if I want to be a KO, I can be a KO where the fans can love me and hate me at the same exact time. It doesn't matter.
Nice. Another question. Oh,
going off that, I wanted to ask, do you ever just have a preference?
What's the next question?
You want to go like a month of just doing that? Because I've heard from a couple of wrestlers that I've encountered, it's like it's easier to be a heel and it's more fun because you have more to do. Like, you're limited as a baby face. That's what I've been told, at least. I was wondering your take on it.
My take on it is selling is the most important thing. So I could be a baby face and get the crowd behind me 100%, which would charge me up when I need them to charge me up. And if I can get the crowd behind me and they could be in the palm of my hand as a face, if I ever turned as a heel, I know for a fact I can work heel or face. I like them both, honestly. It just depends on how I'm feeling. And preference-wise, I gotta say in the beginning right now, I like being a babyface. In a way I do, because I can sell merch that way. Not only I can sell merch that way, I can interact with the crowd. But again, like I said, it depends on how I feel and who they got me going up against.
I feel you. Yeah, so the next question is, do you think Gigi should be a valet? Does she have the look for talk to me, brother? That's what Danny said.
No.
Jeff wants to know how you got your beard looking.
By the way, I'm so sorry. My camera is like all the way over here. I have to like lean on this side. You're killing me here, man.
Yo, the camera's moving.
Yeah, you look
Yeah,
good. You in the middle.
I'm beating, like, these cameras are fucking all over the place. They keep your size.
separating.
I was about to write a sign that said "Fix my shit" because
Yo.
I'm over here trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Question again?
All right, so the question is, do you think Gigi has what it takes to be a valet? And how do you make your beard look good? And
Very true.
yeah, with companies like AEW, NWA, MLW, and all doing amazing deals and getting big names, stats.
All right,
How
so
excited are you to hit
with
the road and start
Gigi.
working with them?
One question at a time, so because he's on a delay. So
That's why I'm trying to get him all in now. So
All
when
right,
he
so-
hears them, he can just answer them rapid fire.
Gigi being, yeah, I'm on a delay, so I've seen a few, so I'm gonna try to answer as many as I possibly heard. So Gigi being a valet, she should be in the ring killing it because I've seen her work in the Indies. She's a beast. She had a killer match against freaking Chris Dick and For Beyond. She should be in the ring killing it. Honestly, WWE needs to cut that whole stigma of intergender wrestling and bring it to the forefront. That's how I feel. My beard, I clean it on a daily basis, and sometimes I add cream to it. Sometimes I don't. Brush it down. I kind of trim it down a little bit once in a blue when it gets too fuzzy. I didn't hear the other few questions. What was the other question about how I feel about hitting the road or something?
All right,
What's up?
So with companies like AEW, NWA, MLW, all doing amazing deals and getting big name stats, how excited are you to hit the road and start working with them?
As soon as, if any of them are knocking on my door for me to go, I'm super excited. I know people in all of those locker rooms, like AW. I know majority of the locker room, Private Party, Santana Ortiz. The list goes on, other people I know. So I know I'll feel at home with these guys. With NWA, I know Mecha Wolf. Mecha Wolf is like a Theo in the business. He's great. Him and Beastie 666, they're great in the ring. I'm also Lady Frost. She's a sweetheart. She's awesome. She's there NWA, and he's another one. Like, and then NWA, if they were to knock on my door and say, "Hey, we need you to get clothesline and let Homicide stab you in the forehead," I'll take it. And then MLW, shout out to MLW. They're doing their thing too. I know people there. Like, I know Myron Reed. I know Jordan Oliver, who just finished working with them recently. My boy Casey Navarro is with them. Shout out to Casey Navarro. He stays blessed. Danny Limelight is there now. He's a part of the new LAX. Shout out to Danny Limelight. Smokes, he's there. Julius Smokes, another good, mentor right there. He's a great person to talk to. Conan is there too. MLW is a great place. Like I said, it's not all about WWE like it was in the past. If you didn't venture out and reach your hand into the other styles of wrestling, like All Japan and New Japan, WCW, NWA, all the Midwest wrestling, then you know what, you just stay stuck on one TV, one tube all the time. And that was you. When taping happened, I literally indie DVDs of All Ring of Honor Best here. Like, my cousin gave it to me. Shout out to my cousin Chris and my cousin Harry. They blessed me with that. I didn't study for hours and find new stuff.
That's what's up.
I'm excited. It's just a great time to be a wrestling fan right now.
Yo, for real.
And a
Yo,
worker.
yeah. Walter says it's great that you have somebody, your other half to help you with what you're going through with wrestling. That's also
What's the other
always
questions?
have, that's awesome to have that support. And Boricua Tommy wants to know if you ever did a blade job. You ever cut yourself open? He's on a delay, guys, so it gives him you gotta give him a minute.
Nah, never. Funny story. In fact, I got busted open once. No, twice, in fact. I got busted open. The first time I got busted open was during it was a tag team match. The other, I messed up a spot. It was the same day, in fact. It was the same day. I got busted open twice on the same day. First, early in the daytime, I worked the Lucha show, and my tag partner, I was holding up the two guys. My tag partner was doing a suicide dive out. He went through, and we kind of collided heads right over here, and I had busted open right here. So it was light. I didn't notice I was bleeding until when I got to the back and I started taking off my stuff. I'm like, oh shit, I'm bleeding. Ran home because I had my other show that night, which was a triple threat tag match. So I tagged with somebody else during the daytime. So now I ran home real quick because, again, BWF is not that far from where I live. I came home, iced my eye for a few minutes, washed real quick, jumped in the shower, grabbed my gear again, and ran over to BWF. Ready, whatever we had to do. Got hit with a chair in the beginning of the match. Perfectly fine. They take me out because they take out the biggest guy, of course. Snuck back into the match, cleared house. There was a spot where, and I think I have the video on my Instagram and it's on my TikTok. I got given a move and I kind of messed up. Dominic De Niro. Shout out to Dominic De Niro. I still love the guy to death, even though he beat the shit out of me with a chair. Didn't notice that the chair was broken, and he's hitting me with it repeatedly across my back, and didn't notice what was going on. When I turned around and they went for the pin, I felt like the ring was inside of me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So ended the match, had to roll back in, super kick somebody to set a August show, which was Escape from New York. Shout outs to BWF and TJ Marconi for putting that together. That was a great tournament show. That it was like seven different companies, one night tournament. Unfortunately, BWF lost. But I got cut open with the chair that show before that, and I have a little mark on my back to remind me that Dominic De Niro cut me open with a chair. So I got hit with a chair and it cut my back open. So no blade work. I don't think I'll ever do blade work. I don't know if I want to do it like Eddie Guerrero said, do it the hard way. The hard way probably sucks, but never done a blade job. Nope. I don't foresee it in my future either. Like my girl we went to the Homicide Tribute show and we saw Low Life Louie get cut open from here to here with a pizza cutter by mistake from Nick Gage. And she turned around real quick and looked at me and was like, I'm like, I promise you I will never do something like that. But I'll go through a door. I want to take a light tube and I actually want to get slammed through thumbtacks. I don't know. I just want to try it. That's just me.
No, I hear you, bro. Yo, can you tell us a story?
You already did Legos, so why not?
Yo,
you can sustain Legos. You can sustain thumbtacks.
Word. Yo, tell us a story about Sandman hitting you with the Singapore cane, bro. I want to hear that. He's on the delay.
Okay. So the Sandman thing. Okay, so earlier that day, there was a seminar. We did the seminar. I did the seminar. It was a Two Cold Scorpio. Shout out to Two Cold Scorpio. Man's a genius. Man's a beast. Still doing it at his age. He's killing it right now. Wrestling great young indie stars. So Sandman. So I was told to run out and, try to stop what was going on. They were like, all right, Matt, go, go, go. So I run out and I put my hands up real quick and he swings the Singapore cane right across my stomach. And that shit hurt. And then when I bent down to grab my stomach, he broke it across my back. So, I felt as if it was my mom beating me with a chancleta. I hit to my knees and crawled out the ring and rolled out. And, yeah, I had the mark of the candlestick across my stomach.
How good did that feel?
And I was honored to take that shit because Sandman is my childhood, trying to sneak and watch ECW when I was a kid.
Nah, I hear you.
It felt great but painful.
I can imagine that shit. So, yo, let's talk about the chancleta, bro. Does the chancleta have a name? And what does his voice sound like? Because you say it talks to you.
Is it a he or is it a she? La. So that's a female.
Listen, he has the voice of many abuelas telling you exactly what not to do. It's a he. Listen.
It's a he.
Non-binary chancla over here, okay? Non-binary over here. But it was basically... It's basically, to me, it's cultural. And, shout outs to all of our parents who ever beat us with a chancla, teaching us the way of being, not dumb and doing, like stupid shit and beating us for it. Also, shout outs to Ortiz and Diamante, because they're the two that blessed me with the chancla. There's a promo I did, and Diamante brought me the chancla back blessed from all the abuelas from the block. So 1,000 abuelas. When I hit somebody, it's the feeling of 1,000 abuelas kicking back and swinging like A-Rod for the fences with this.
Jesus.
So whenever somebody feels this, they feel
that's fucking amazing.
Hitting them at the same exact time.
You haven't killed nobody with that shit?
For Diamante and Ortiz for, blessing me with this gift.
Word.
There's gonna be plenty different. No. They survived.
All those abuelas was making sancochos and everything like that.
There's more chancletas coming. I have a Honduran chancleta.
Oh, nice.
I didn't think you would say sancochos. I was not ready for that.
When the arm is like this and it's like garlic as hell on this side, you know that's a powerful hit.
All right. So I was gonna ask.
There's gonna be different chanclas. I have one from Honduras right now. I'm getting one from the Campos of Puerto Rico.
Oh, all right.
Get it from the motherland.
I was gonna ask if that chancla had a sibling, because they always come in pairs. Like, is there a chancla in the stands that cheers for that one? Like you bring that to the show and it has its own seat and it watches its sibling.
This one has origins. This one has origins from Puerto Rico and Cuba. Origins from Puerto Rico and Cuba. Like, it was blessed by abuelas from both parts of that part. Cuba and Puerto Rico. Like, it went through the islands, and Diamante picked it up in Miami before she came through and gave it to me, blessed from all the abuelas. But yeah. I'm getting more, there's one being built right now from pure leather
being built
in Puerto Rico, and it's a few abuelas together and putting some of their, a little bit to it for me. So
niggas gonna die.
It's gonna be taken through El Yunque, and it's gonna get blessed by the waters of El Yunque. It's gonna have the power of 1,000 Tainos. Listen.
Oh shit.
It's gonna.
All you need is that chancleta to go to La Guancha, and that's it, man.
You know how Thor has his hammer? His hammer, and he has Stormbreaker? I got the chancla. All Thor needed was a chancla, honestly, to tell you the truth.
That's it.
I got a quick question.
No one hit him if there would have been a chancla involved.
Yeah, show. Remember, he's delayed. So
you ever thought about building a giant chancleta? Just some giant shit like
like super chancla.
For real.
Chancla El Grande.
That comes from la más gorda que está en la familia. That's it.
Yep.
This is my dream. I don't know if y'all ever saw back in the days in wrestling. It was an ECW show. They were throwing chairs into the ring. It was just chair after chair after chair after chair.
It's an infamous, absolutely.
Like, by the time it was done, there was no rings on the outside. We would sit down. All the chairs were in the ring. So my dream is for everybody to have a chancla in the crowd. And after I'm done whooping somebody's ass with my chancla, I want them to make it rain chanclas into the ring on top of that person. Like, that's That's my dream spot.
I like that. I like
anybody.
That's it.
Listen,
we're getting the bulk order of chancletas, and we're gonna send it
or later on.
Abuelas.
It's gonna be
2 days.
It's gonna be a,
Book me to wrestle.
be a whole lot of pissed off people in Florida and San Diego and California. Like, yo, why are we so low on these sandals?
And the bad part is, I want everybody in your crowd to grab a chancla at the door when they get their tickets and throw it into the ring. Please.
There we go.
That's awesome.
We're gonna have the chant. We want chanclas.
We want chanclas.
And that one person just gets hit with the chancla.
We're gonna have to make a knucklehead chancla for him. A special knucklehead chancla.
I had a chancla chat happen. It was amazing.
That's it.
We'll have one that's the knucklehead, and then one for the win. So that way, be like knucklehead for the win.
You could play the bongos with your chancla. Boom ba ding ding, boom ba ding ding, boom ba ding ding.
I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. I'm gonna tell you guys one thing. Unfortunately, a few weekends ago, it was supposed to be a big show for MV Young. It was the Polyam Woodstock. Unfortunately, the town where we were doing it in called cops on us when the second show was gonna start, and we had to cancel the whole thing.
Jesus.
I was supposed to be in a really big, it was big to me match. It was gonna be an 8-man tag match. It was gonna be me, my team of the Uptown Boys, because we are the Uptown Boys. You got Johnny Santos with the hookah, you got me with the chancla, and you got my boy Jared Diaz with the Arizona iced tea in his hand. He's a pretty boy.
Wow.
Versus the House of McQueen, which is Eddie McQueen, Gabby Ortiz, Karen Bam Bam, and also had DM Kid, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong, bro. I'm sorry, but it was gonna be a big match, and the only thing we were lacking was a sponsor for that match. I completing for a show to pick this up and do it. I want to do this match, and if you guys want to sponsor our match, you guys could do that, because that's the way that wrestling is going to start going. Because sometimes promotions and some of the promoters, they don't have enough money in their own pockets to book these wrestlers. So sometimes they ask for people to sponsor matches. So you get podcasts like what you guys have to sponsor the match. It can be anywhere between $100 to $500, and you can basically put on the match for us to get us to wrestle. And it's not like the promoter keeps the money; the workers get the money.
That's dope.
And some of us actually live on sponsors, live on the promotional money. So, if you guys want to in the future, if I do get a show like that again, I would throw it to you guys. If you guys want to sponsor our match, your logo will be there, and you guys will be invited to the show, of course. And your logo will be right on the picture of the actual match card.
Oh shit, that's dope.
Where the match is right in the middle, it'll be the logo of the podcast. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that MV, puts the show on again in due time, or promotion picks up some of our matches and does them, because that show alone, hands down, was gonna be like show of the year.
Yeah, that's.
And I was kind of sad about that. It broke my heart. It broke my heart that to see MV so he was distraught about it, because it was so many plans for that show, and all of us were gonna kill it. Like, we were like, yo, we're gonna show out in this match. Like, we had ideas out the yin yang, and there was gonna be 4 shows being run that day, and only 1 show got run that day. And the other show was supposed to be Invictus. The third show was supposed to be No Peace Underground Wrestling, which is death matches. Shout outs to No Peace. They're great promotion for death matches. And then it was going to be us, the Polyam Woodstock show. And, a lot of people flew in from, Cali, Atlanta, Florida, just to be a part of the show. Like, we had Aspen Rose. Shout out to Aspen Rose. I've wrestled her before. Amazing talent. Mikey Banker. We had Dark Sheik. She came all the way from Cali. We had Edith Surreal that came in from Pittsburgh. We had people from Cincinnati. We had people from all over the place coming in for this one show, and it didn't go on. And people, we got the cops called on us. And to tell you the truth, how I feel about it is because they saw too much of this.
Oh, yeah.
And people of different color. You had black, brown, and queer people in one yard getting ready to put on an amazing wrestling show. But we didn't look like these people. So that's why they called the cops on us. That's why they kicked us out.
That's what it boils down to.
It was in an area where it wasn't. And they broke all of our hearts. Like, we literally... But what ended up happening was I ended up going to Dave & Buster's with my tag partner and our homegirl, Karen Bam Bam. And we met up with a few of the other wrestlers there at Dave & Buster's. So you cancel a wrestling show, you go to Dave & Buster's, and you see these wrestlers like PB Smooth and Yoya playing Dance Dance Revolution. PB Smooth is like 6'8", and he's playing Dance Dance Revolution. You see Akira, who's like one of the deathmatch kings, freaking playing Hungry Hungry Hippos in Dave & Buster's. So it was cool as hell to see a different side of wrestlers, but at the same time, we were all heartbroken because we were not able to show. We were not able to put on a great match like we wanted to. It was sad. I was sad. I was 100% sad. I was so disappointed. But I was looking forward to the show the whole summer since after the last one.
Damn, bro. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I hope y'all get to make it up.
Word.
I'm hoping for it. Like, I'm trying to push. I want a promotion to pick up our match. Like, if they actually be like, look, we'll book your match. Who are the wrestlers? Give us their names. You guys got a sponsor? You know, if a promotion could do that for me, for us, it'll be amazing. And I'm going to go out on a limb and make a sign like how Sammy Guevara has been doing it. I'm going to put up a sign and be like, yo, book MV Young, book the whole card from that night, because that whole card was going to be a banger. The whole card from beginning to end was going to kill it. Because if you saw any of the other Poly M Coat Party shows, you know exactly what you were in store for. Like, I know on YouTube they have Poly M Coat Party 3. They have my scramble match. They have that on there. My last match, I'm not sure where I can find it. It was on Twitch. I gotta find the page again. But I know that match was there. I've been putting up little highlights of the match little by little, because I have a lot of highlights from that match, and I'm just slowly putting out there. And I know they're on my actual Instagram too. But MV puts on such a show that it's amazing. Like, it's one of the great. It's not only being in that locker room where everybody is feeling so welcome. It's like nobody feels as if they're above anybody in that locker room. Like, you have Effie, who's been doing it, killing it, who's been GCW, he's been on a whole bunch of shows, and he's changing right next to me, and we're laughing, joking around about something stupid that happened in the back, and we're all having a good time. And to be in a locker room where, you know, you don't have to be so like, oh, like suited, oh my god, like I hope I don't, you know, do something wrong. It's so relaxing.
I'm pretty sure it has to make better shows also.
Oh hell yeah! It makes everybody want to put on a banger every single match.
That's what's up. Yo, how do you? All right, so you're still a fan, right? You still watch WWE and AEW and stuff like that. So
of course.
So I wanted to get into. Explain to me why you think John Cena's the best right now. Let's get into that. Let's get into that.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I want to hear. Yeah, go ahead.
The 5 moves of doom. That's what makes him the best. Now, I'm gonna test all of you guys right now. Oh wait, somebody ran away over here. Right. So I'm gonna test all you guys right now. Okay. How many moves does Shawn Michaels have? How many moves does Bret Hart have?
1 million.
No.
Nah, Bret Hart has
5.
It's
the elbow, the inverted atomic drop. I remember him always doing that.
The sharpshooter,
the elbow off the middle rope.
That clothesline. The Russian leg sweep.
The elbow. The elbow drop for Shawn.
5 moves. Shawn had 5 moves.
John Cena has a shoulder bump.
But here's the thing.
Moves.
Here's the thing, though. Awesome. When they did their 5 moves, it wasn't paint by numbers though. They had a whole match that they did those 5 moves. Cena does it paint by numbers. Cena's like, oh, we're 7 minutes into the match. Here goes all 5 of my moves, and we're gonna add 20 shoulder blocks.
There you go, shoulder block.
It's how you tell the story. He's a storyteller in the ring, regardless of whatever anybody says.
Yeah,
Cena does it.
he puts me to
Cena
sleep
does
very
it.
well.
So does Hogan.
Yo, thanks for the sub, OYG. Appreciate you.
Now,
New to the podcast. Did you hook me up with the channel?
But
Oh,
man,
I hooked him up. Hey, cool. That's what's up.
We got a new
I
sub.
didn't even know
That was the sound that you heard earlier. Yo, appreciate you subbing by, bro. Look ahead, man.
you mentioned Bret Hart.
yes.
You think John Cena could have an Iron Man match? Bret Hart fought for an hour.
Most definitely you can.
I'm gonna
Now,
let Toe
question.
disagree because I see it in his face. The sweater's coming off his forehead.
No, ask the question. I already had the debate with Kenny.
The man has cardio. Come on now. Cardio at the end of the day.
I think he has a twin
Cardio
brother
kills.
I think he has a twin brother that they pause the camera and he goes underneath the ring and a brand new guy comes out, didn't watch the match beforehand and just like, yo, let's start over. And boom, and just like Hogan
Wow,
hooked
you're
up.
such
John
a hater.
Cena has a shot of Cena he takes and boom. Yo, my man turns
You're
into
a hater.
Captain Planet, bro. I'm not a hater, Gigi. I'm telling the
You
truth.
are a
I
fucking
am not a
hater.
hater. You see how they think they getting me mad? You see this?
You a
the
hater.
Dalai Lama. I'm the Quan.
hater.
Nah, I'm not a hater.
But Hogan has more moves and everything like that. Hogan
Can take a rock bottom. Hogan can take a rock bottom. Cena can't. I'm just saying.
Listen,
Cena can. He just didn't want to sell it.
Cena turned that rock bottom into a clothesline.
I kind of lost love for Hogan. So
Because of the racial shit? Because of the racial shit?
So I'm sorry if I'm gonna offend anybody, but fuck Hogan.
No, go ahead.
That's right.
Yo.
That's right, Matt.
Say that.
That's right.
Don't say that.
Matt Awesome,
Yo,
ladies and gentlemen.
one thing-
Absolutely.
Macho Man is the man at the end of the day.
One thing we
Macho
do
Man.
on this podcast, we don't
Ricky
stop anybody's opinion, and if you say fuck Hogan, then fuck Hogan. You know, like I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Ricky Steamboat, Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yo, Lade, what
Sting.
you missed? Matt said that the Miz is actually the best wrestler in WWE right now.
Oh shit! Don't say that.
I know you say that.
Lay, bring out the elbows, Lay.
Nobody's ever said that in the history of any kind of wrestling.
So let me get on the Miz now.
Here we go.
He's better than Cena. You're right, Matt. Awesome. He's better than Cena.
That WrestleMania promo solidified him as good at his job to me. This thing. He's good at his job. You're given a job by being a face or a heel, right? You get one of those jobs. You got to do it good. You got to kill it. Whichever one you get, you got to be good at it. And Cena's good at being a crowd favorite. The Miz is good at being an asshole.
For the 5-year-olds and under demographic.
Like I said, I like Cena.
No, I get
I'll
you.
say here.
I get you. I'm gonna throw those jabs at Cena,
one point,
bro.
I was like that. I was like, yo, fuck Cena, blah, blah, blah. Become a heel. That was me. But I'm like, now that I'm in, I'm like, I get Cena now. Now I get why he does what he does, why he did what he did. Now I get it. Now
It's called money.
Exactly. You have to go to where the money is, and that's what Cena does. That's it. He comes out with Fruity Pebble T-shirts, and everybody buys them.
I'll tell you one thing.
Again, I'm a Dwayne fan. We all know I'm a Rock fan.
Yeah. I'll tell you one
We
thing.
all know I'm a CM Punk fan.
I'll
We all know I'm a CM Punk fan at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. I'll give Cena credit. He has 2 more moves than Daniel Bryan.
What?
I'll give him
Listen.
that.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're going there?
I'll go there.
We're
I don't
really
give a
going
shit.
there.
I want to hear it from the wrestler. I'm a huge
I'm a huge American Dragon Bryan Danielson fan at the end of the day. So You lost on that one because Bryan Danielson is by far one of the greatest wrestlers that ever touched the mat. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I just wish if he did more than just throw a kick in a.
Oh man, the man is technical. Go back and go to Daily Motion and look at Bryan Danielson.
If he did more than steal the Miz's it kicks and and that little diving headbutt through the ropes, then I can see it. But until he does more than that and stop stealing moves from the Miz, then
listen.
I think it's his neck. I mean, Stone Cold did the same thing.
This guy's face underneath me.
When he grabbed Kenny Omega last night, I had an out of body experience. Just saying. Because I'm like, oh my God, it's happening, people. It's happening.
It's kind of like when I see Sasha Banks come out the entrance. I'll be like, yo, how the fuck she got out the basement? I mean, yeah.
Word. She didn't make it to SummerSlam because this guy kidnapped
Yo,
her.
First off, we're not talking about that show.
I apologize.
Why you bringing up old fucking news?
Shit.
Like I said,
all right.
Bryan Danielson is one of the greatest to ever touch the ring. I'm going to keep it at that.
If you remember, in ROH, he's pretty much the reason they made the Pure title. The Pure title is basically just about purely wrestling. It's not, any of that extra shit. And that's why they made it.
About the Forbidden Door after the pay-per-view. I was watching the interview, and he was like, if anybody comes to it, let's have fun. I want to see him and Gresham have a match.
Yeah.
Jonathan Gresham versus Bryan Danielson, I'm 100% for it. I will pay money for that. In fact, there's a GCW show coming up, and it's going to be Minoru Suzuki versus Homicide.
Yeah.
I'm going to that show. I don't care. I'm a worker, but I want to watch that match in person. That's going to be fire.
So, it's
going to be a fire match. Minoru Suzuki is a legend and a beast at the same time. And that man, what we got a chance to see on Dynamite because they had too much picture-in-picture for that match. What we saw for that match was nothing compared to what this man could do.
It was a fine little snippet of what he's. Yeah. I mean, if you watch New Japan or any Japan at all before, even now, you can tell you just don't know the man can go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that man is a beast. And also, who else is a beast on New Japan? Shibata. Shibata was one of my favorites. His headbutts is the reason why he had to take a break from wrestling, because he was really headbutting motherfuckers out there, dude.
That strong style is legit over there. Strong style is legit
when he wrestled.
Absolutely.
I'm literally trying to go back and watch the first Super Juniors right now, just to see Chris Jericho as the Lionheart. To see Chris Benoit as Pegasus Kid.
Oh man, yeah.
Eddie Guerrero in the
Tiger Mask.
I'm going back to watch all that Juice and Thunder Liger. I had an ambition match recently, and shout outs again to Chris Barton. Chris Barton, El Unico. That's one of my boys right there. We've had plenty of matches against each other. He's from Bushwick. We like drool over Japan wrestling. Like, we love it. And this man over here, anything Japan, we talk about it. That's our shit. Like, our shit is like talking anything New Japan. And I told him, like, bro, I want to rewatch these. Like, I want to sit down and watch them all. And he called the match that I was doing, and I did the Liger stretch, the surfboard that Liger does. I got out of a rear naked choke, grabbed the legs, rotated over, grabbed dude, and I put him in the surfboard. In fact, I fought Desmond Cole. Shout out to Desmond Cole. He's another good talent that people got to keep an eye on from the Indies. He kind of reminds me of you, Toe Tags. He kind of reminds me of you.
So he's a good-looking guy then.
Listen, he's a fine-looking gentleman. Okay. You can see him though. You can see him.
Nice.
But I did the stretch. I did the stretch on him, the Liger stretch. And if you've ever seen Liger work, you know exactly what surfboard I'm talking about. I did it to the point where I sat back with it all the way to my back, pulled him over, and put him in a rear naked choke from it. So I transitioned it over.
Oh, shit.
I also transitioned. He went for like a line. I turned it around, jumped on him, and I brought him down into like a crossface and stretched him. So again, like I said, I love pure wrestling. I'm getting into the grapple now. So to see a guy like me, my size, because I'm kind of a big dude, doing freaking pure wrestling and as I call it, big boy lucha, you know, it was different. And when I did that Liger stretch, I'm like, I know Barton's gonna get it because he's such a New Japan. Like, he loves all Japan. He's for it. And when I did it, that's the first thing I heard in the commentary of him calling it. He was like, Matt's doing his tribute to Liger. Shout outs to Matt for doing that Liger stretch. And perfect. Like, it was perfect. I'm like, nice. I got you. I was trying to stand up and do the pendulum and take him to the corner, like the bottom turnbuckle, and pendulum swing him to the freaking bottom turnbuckle. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to keep it Liger 100%.
Nah, I hear you. Yo, and bro,
like, I'm even trying to do like a Muda track. I'm trying to do a Muda gimmick now too with since one of my gimmicks now is seasonal. It's a seasonal gimmick. During late spring, summer, into the fall, I make for certain promotions nutcrackers, and I take them to the show and I sell it. Now, what I was thinking of doing, because during fall, winter, a little bit of the springtime, I make coquito and I sell it at the show. So for the scramble match, I rolled out the bottom just to get a breather. I took a sip of my coquito in the corner. So the fans that were there, they were like, "What are you drinking?" I'm like, "Coquito." "You got more of that?" "Yeah. When I'm done with my match, I got some. I'll sell you some." So what I was thinking of doing was doing a Muda gimmick where I take a sip of the nutcracker, if it's green, and right into somebody's face.
Nice.
So I spray them with nutcracker, straight up New York poison in your face, chancla shot, take you down into the coquito cutter.
That's it?
Yes, my move is called the coquito cutter.
Yes!
Question, what's your finish?
Body.
It's not your regular cutter. It looks like I'm going to do a fall away slam, but instead I rotate your body and I catch you with the cutter at the same time.
Nice.
That's dope.
So
hey, Matt, I got to ask you.
Fall away slam, Scott Hall, and the Ace Crusher, Homicide. I mix them both together.
Yeah, and you're not a big dude. You're a 200-pound bag of sexy, man. Remember that. Us guys that are with the 200-pound, we're a bag of sexy. So you could take that with you.
Listen, 250 pounds of chancletazos over here.
That's it. 235 pounds of pure sexiness right here for you, baby. Good.
Let me ask you, Matt. Are you talking about all these great submission moves that you definitely watched, done, and been put in? What is your favorite submission move to do to someone, and what is the worst submission move you've ever been in?
Oh shit. Let me think. Submission move I've done is I would say the crossface. But I take when I put the crossface on, I reach across and I grab the arm and I lock it. So I'm like right over with you. Like I'm giving you a full stretch, abdominal stretch.
Yeah.
So it's like a Ring of Saturn?
In a way like a Ring of Saturn, slightly like a Ring of Saturn.
I was about to say, okay.
But I also take and I'll like move to the back. Like if I can't grab the arm all the way, I'll wrench the arm over and I'll keep on wrenching it until I actually can hook it and pull back. Okay. So it's my own version of it. Move I've taken.
The worst submission move, Submission.
Shit. I've taken 2 submission moves during training. Oh, I also like putting people in arm bars. That's one of my favorite things to do. In fact, Pena was actually practicing on me one time, and he put me in a crossface, but he legit put the crossface on me, and I'm like, holy fuck, tap real quick. That and the figure 4. Somebody actually put me in a real figure 4 and it hurt. So worst to take, figure 4. If you got like legs like me, it hurts. So
for real. Okay.
Right. Sharpshooter. I haven't been in a sharpshooter yet.
Oh, okay.
But I put people in sharpshooters sometimes.
So I've been put in a sharpshooter. It's not fun.
Yeah, not at all.
But you gotta put it on correctly because people put it on wrong all the time, and if you don't put it on correctly, it sucks. And also,
I'm sure.
So does a lion tamer. You know, not the Boston Crab, the lion tamer. we know the lion tamer is a completely different animal than the Boston crab.
Oh no, of course, lion tamer, different.
Knee on your head.
Yeah.
Almost back of your neck, and you just like, yeah, this. I don't want to be here anymore.
I've done STOs. I've done I've done different float over submissions, like just practicing them and getting them on right. I love doing I love shooting for arm bar. Like in training, if I get like a new kid and he thinks he's the shit because he's done like high school wrestling, and I'm like, you've never stepped in a wrestling ring like that, so come on, we're gonna have fun. So I'll move around, and Azriel's a witness to one of them. One time I looked over and I'm like, should I do it? And he shakes his head like, don't do it. Like, this guy is still new. I'm like, I'll do it. I just literally, the guy reached his arm out to grab me, and I just grabbed the wrist and just jumped right into an arm bar right onto him. And he wasn't expecting it, so he fell back with me. And I just pulled it back, and he was like trying to grab his arm, and then Ghost Shadow was like, remember what I taught you? And I'm like, I just like jolted my hip up a little bit. I just add a little leverage, and the kid just started tapping that fast. I'm like, I got off real quick. As soon as I felt that tap, I let go because I didn't want him to be scared. I wanted him to come back and train. So, I did that. I wasn't too proud about it, but I knew how to put on an armbar correctly because of Ghost Shadow and Azriel.
That's what's up. Yo, the chat has some questions for you. One of them wants to know if Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit were influences you when you were younger, and if the WWE signed you, would you be cool with going to NXT?
100% would be cool to go in NXT because a lot of my friends are in NXT. Again, I know people there. Shout out to all of them. They're killing it over there. Chris Benoit, yes. When it comes to the technical work, 100% Eddie Guerrero. If I always get put on the spot whenever they ask me who's your favorite wrestlers of all time, and they're never in the right ranking. But the number one and number two always for me is Chris Jericho, Eddie Guerrero, always. Then after that, you have the other ones like Shawn Michaels, the Chris Benoits, The Rock. You have everybody else trickling down. But my top two favorites is always going to be Chris Jericho and Eddie Guerrero. One, because where they came from and how they built up. And two, there's nobody like them that can ever step foot in a ring and be just like them ever. At all.
So true.
Nobody's going to be the next Eddie Guerrero. Nobody's going to be the next Chris Jericho. There's only one of each of those people. I always felt as if when people would say, oh, this person's going to be the next, Shawn Michaels, or this person is slated to be the next such and such. No, they're not. This person is slated to be the next themselves.
Andrade el ídolo. Next.
Exactly. Andrade is himself. Yes, he comes from a family of wrestling too, but he is himself. Eddie Guerrero was never put in any category of being the next of his father or his brothers. No, he was Eddie Guerrero. That's it. Chris Jericho. The only Chris Jericho.
That's right.
Nobody could be the next
That's
Chris
so
Jericho.
true.
Mm-hmm.
That's so true.
And we got the one and only Matt Awesome here too.
In the building.
Don't act like we don't. You feel me?
Exactly. First one to have him on the show.
Yeah, I see the picture up there, but let me stand up real quick. Let me see if y'all can see it. This is the new shirt, in fact, guys.
Oh, that's dope.
Hey.
Nice.
And this is the
It will
old
be
shirt.
on sale.
I'm dying because the chocolates are front and center.
Yep.
Let us know, bro.
I've been putting your links up in the chat throughout the show, so people
So that's
they want to get
wrestling tees, right?
Yep. Pro wrestling tees.
This one will be very soon. Shout outs to Eddie Diaz. He is my girl's best friend. He designed this for me. He literally was like, "Oh, what's your new gear color? You wanted like a retro punk 80s style, 90s." I'm like, "Yeah, of course. I'm an 80s baby."
That's a big influence right now. That's good. That's smart. Yeah.
So he basically put this whole thing together for me. And I'm very appreciative. I love the man to death. Like we're huge wrestling fans. We were watching All Out together this past weekend, and we saw that Nick Gage versus Moxley was coming up in October, and we were just talking about it real quick. I'm like, "You want to go to Atlantic City to watch it?" He was like, "Hell yeah!" And we turned to our significant others and we're like, "Y'all want to go to Atlantic City? Don't worry about why we want to go, but do you guys want to go to Atlantic City?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, we're going." I'm like, "Y'all can do whatever y'all want. We're gonna go watch some wrestling. We're gonna watch some wrestling." And I know a few shows that are going on. I know a lot of the people that are gonna be on the shows. So of course, I'm not only going with my regular stuff, taking my gear just in case. You never know what can happen.
That's right.
So
Absolutely.
that's one
Stay
rule.
ready, so you have to get ready.
You never go to it. You always come ready. You come ready to every show, even if you're just going to help set up the ring. You bring your gear. Doesn't matter. You bring your gear.
Yo, somebody got hurt.
In the trunk, or you have it back. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I got. I had a debut in BCW a few years back, by just showing up to the show. Like I went to go, cheer on my boys, and I was in the locker room hanging out with them. And one of the bookers was like, "Hey Matt, you got your gear with you?" I'm like, "Of course, I never leave home without it." And he's like, "Suit up. I got 3 other guys here. We need a pre-show match. You guys on the pre-show, keep time, 8 minutes. You already know what to do." So he kind of gave me the reins of the match. So I went to each of the guys. Never met these guys before. Never seen their work. Just met them for the first time. And literally after that match, I made friends for a lifetime. And these guys, one of them is Zuka King. Shout out to Zuka King. He's doing his thing down south right now. He's a champion down there and everything. Cool dude. Worked with him. He's good. He's good. He's really good. The other 2 gentlemen I worked, one of them I just bumped into him recently at Jobber Slam, and we were talking, and he completely forgot it was me and him and the other 2 guys in that match. He was like, "Yo, why you look familiar?" I'm like, "Bro, you don't remember we were in the same match together?" He was like, "Oh my God, it was you. Yo, that was a great match." He was like, "I just forgot who was in the match with me. It was so good." And we spoke about it, and he was like, "Yo, I'm going to keep an eye out in North Carolina for you because, they're always looking for talent from up north." I'm like, "Bro, let me know. I got family out in North Carolina. I would love for my family out there to see me wrestle." I got my older sister out there with the rest of the family, and I got an uncle out there, and I got one of my cousins out there. So I would love for them, to surprise them, have it, go out there to wrestle, and them show up, and they're like, "Hey guys, I'm wrestling. Enjoy the match." Something I want to do that. I want to surprise the shit out of them with that.
That's dope.
But I went with my gear, and I got booked on the show. It was great.
What's up, man? That's smart. I would never think you would do that as a wrestler, but it makes absolutely perfect sense because you never know. That's something that just being in it, you figure that out after a while.
I was always told that. Like I said, I'm always gonna go back to this one person, that's Steven Pena. If it wasn't for him, y'all wouldn't be sitting here talking to me about, "Matt, why did you start wrestling?" Or, who was your influences? Who put you in the ring to show you how to bump? It was that man himself. I show him admiration whenever I do a podcast or if I ever do an interview with somebody because, they always say you got to give people their flowers. You got to give them their recognition while they're still here because you never know what can happen day to day. So I always give him his recognition every single time I speak. He's a great dude. He didn't have to teach me what he taught me. Same thing with Santana. Santana's another person that he didn't have to take time out one day to sit down and talk to me about, do I really want to do this and why do I want to do this? And, actually believe in me enough to actually go and train me at one point. He didn't have to.
Yeah.
But he did because he saw something in each of the people that he actually took to train that day. He saw that we had something and that we were passionate about what we were doing. So that's another person I will always give, I will always shout them out. Look, right now, I'm wearing one of his hats.
Yeah, the Bronx Nasty, yeah.
This is his brand.
Personal brand, yeah. I'm still waiting for my shirt. It's back-ordered, but what do you want?
Listen,
they went like this, by the way. They went like that. When the
every few weeks,
AEW, they're gone, yeah.
T-shirt. Every few weeks, he puts out a new collection. I think the next collection is coming out next week, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. But, I show support, and this is the way. If I can show him support this way, I did it this way. I bought the hat. Having conversation with him. Ortiz is the same way. Eddie Kingston is the same way. You know, these are people that I picked their brains, and if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be right now talking to you guys. I wouldn't be doing what I do.
Well, you be talking to us. You be talking to us. You just might not have these stories.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, I want to say shout outs to, Lucas Chase. Excuse me. He's one of the main people for Blood, Sweat, and Tears. He also just finished training under Dustin Rhodes Academy, and he is the champion there right now. So shout outs to Lucas Chase. He's the man.
Word up. Word.
He's the reason why I wrestle at Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and my boy Harry. So
nice. Shout out to everybody you just mentioned, bro. Appreciate y'all.
100%. Like you gotta always find you gotta have a drive for anything you do. Like what you guys do here. As a worker, as a wrestler, we appreciate podcasts. We appreciate you guys for, giving us a platform to talk about why we do what we do and who we, who we basically idolized. Like you guys give us that platform to talk about it and to promote ourselves. Mm-hmm. And, a lot of the times people don't get a chance to thank the podcast and everything, but I thank you guys for having me on today. I thank you guys for doing what you do. Because if it wasn't for you guys, nobody would actually have arguments about how John Cena is the GOAT and The Miz is the GOAT.
And the Diva and Hogan can suck these nuts all day. Every day.
So Show had a question before we go off the rails.
What is it,
Show had a question.
That's where we're headed.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You know what it is? You know why it's so easy to talk right before a show? It's just that because we have a passion for this, just like you have a passion for this. And it just makes it easy. It's not even like us doing an actual podcast or show. We're just shooting the shit, talking about something that we both love, something that you are physically doing, and us just being the speculators of watching the art that is wrestling. Not the storylines. Storylines are great. They're fun, However, it gets stale. And we're not really here to see the story unfold through promos, but rather through the matches themselves. And that's what makes it so fucking exciting.
Exactly. 100%. I 100% agree with you on that one. 100%.
And it's always good to get the perspective of someone on the other side of the fence. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's like when you say that John Cena's a GOAT, I respect it. You put in the work and all that. But when Show or Kenny says that shit, then we're going to have the fight. I got to take Show out to the back after the podcast. He's going to get lumped up. That's why he got the glasses. But Show, ask your question, brother. Show knows I love him.
My question is, we was talking about your finisher. We was talking about moves. I wanted to know, is there a move that you wish you could do that you can't?
We haven't got the chance to.
Oh.
I like that better, but yes.
You haven't got the chance to do the move yet. You haven't put in that spot yet. I don't want to limit the man if he can actually do it.
Oh, of course.
Maybe there's a 450.
You gotta think positively. One day you'll be able to pull off a 450. I don't know. It could happen. I'm not that guy.
The day I can do a 630, I'm gonna do the 630 and hang up the boots that same exact day because I'm not spinning that many rotations right now. Rotating around a buffet if it's a.
I know that move. That move. I practiced that one a few times.
On the bar, rotating different beers or a few shots.
Blade knows that one.
That. A move that I wish I could do. It would be a 450. I don't know why. Or moonsault. 100% a moonsault. I don't know why. There's something about a moonsault that like.
Would you want it to be just a regular or acai moonsault?
Nah, lion salt, 100%.
Lion salt, all right.
Okay. All day.
There's a beautiful aspect to a moonsault.
I thought Show was gonna ask me a question on like challenging him for that title, but I guess not.
Oh no, Show don't want the
somebody
smoke.
actually asked that question.
Show don't want the smoke.
Actually, somebody asked that question.
I've been here with the chocolate plenty of times. Hell no.
Because if you challenge him for that title, it's gonna be a street match and there's gonna be Legos involved.
Listen, you do understand that when you carry a title, whether it's at a wrestling show or on a podcast, you might have to defend it. Those are the odds. That's just wrestling.
Yeah.
That's
remember, a street match, not a street fight.
That's right.
It's a street match. I don't know. Showcats explained that to us. We doesn't know that.
Show up on his side of the screen and started beating him up. That would have been so hilarious.
It would.
Like, yo, it's time out.
Ow! That's eventually gonna happen.
There we go. Leave his house with a title. I'm like, wow, he just really did that.
I'll be doing the rest of the podcast from here, from the show side.
Yo, Matt, I'm telling you, man, the dream is eventually this podcast is going to be in one big ass room, and then they're going to be security guards between me and shows. That when he fucks around and says the wrong shit, they're going to have to hold me back, and it's going to be live. It's going to be live on YouTube.
I'm gonna hire my own guys.
I'm down to be the host and the announcer for that one.
There you go. That's it.
I'm available for bookings, people. I'm available for bookings 100%.
I'll bring my Tata Quieto stick and we'll be out.
Oh shit!
Listen.
I don't mind being commentary on that one. Be like, look at this nigga here. Do you see this? I'm not even going to call the moves.
Stand near the apron and just laugh the whole time.
I got a
just want to laugh.
for each of you guys right now. I got a question for all of y'all. Starting from the top. Favorite male and female wrestler?
Right now or of all time?
All time.
All right. So I break it down into things. I have 3 all time and 3 current. Right.
So said 1.
No, but you know,
man said 1.
He has a picture back there of 1.
Yeah, no, that. So if we're gonna go 1, and I have to,
there's none of them.
Yeah, no. If I have to go 1, do I have to go 1? I can give you 3.
You give me a 3. Give me 3.
So it's Hogan, Shawn Michaels, and Rey Mysterio. Those are my all-time favorites.
1, okay, all of them. Cool. All right.
Why would we fuck Rey Mysterio? I'm just playing with you. I know who you're talking about. I'm just fucking with you.
We all know who he's talking about, homie.
Yeah. We're talking about John Cena. And I only have one all-time favorite female wrestler, and that was Trish Stratus. She just, she got... But current wrestlers, Pentagon Jr., Sasha Banks, and AJ Styles. Those are my favorite wrestlers now current.
Show your go. What's up? Tell me. Who?
Back in the days, my favorite wrestlers were... I'm not going to say Hulk Hogan now because, fuck him. Yeah, y'all said it. But Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, I used to love the comedy aspect of wrestling. It was wonderful to me. And now that I've been hanging around all these guys and I know what wrestling is kind of about, I love me some Penta, man. Like when he won, oh my God. That's why when you say you wanted him to fight Ortiz, I'm like, no, because those are 2 guys I both want to win. I don't want them against my guy. No.
Look it up. Watch it. American Rana. I forgot what year it was, but it was LAX versus the Lucha Brothers. Epic match.
It was beautiful.
I gotta check that out.
And you have all of the matches they had an impact.
Yo, and now I'm just sorry. I'm sorry to have the Lucha Bros now as tag team champions, and then for them to fight Santana and Ortiz in Queens. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
You're worse to God's ears. That better happen.
Ooh.
Who's your wrestlers? Tell me.
All-time female wrestler, Lita. Always been a Lita fan.
Respect.
Loved the fact that her moonsaults was great, that she was a high flyer. She was a risk taker, and she knew how to fight. And Shawn Michaels, Shawn's son, absolutely the showstopper. His Iron Man match between him and Bret Hart. Oh, great.
Iconic.
Greatness.
Brett.
And then obviously his matches with Undertaker as well. I mean, there's just so much, and he's so great at storytelling at that. Oh.
He's the boss on that. But now current. Tell me the current ones.
Oh, man. It's so great. There's so many, but I really do love...
Eva Marie is her favorite.
Becky
Man, fuck you. Hey.
See, I can give it back to you too, Gigi.
Hey.
Don't act like I can't give it back to you.
Hey. You go fuck yourself with evil. We're not gonna go there.
It's checking out the chancleta. You know he's serious.
Yo.
Let's focus here.
Man.
Come on now.
This man.
Bring it in.
Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair is my favorite. I love it. Look, I love the man. And I do feel like we're going to get a good story. How it came about, not my favorite. But you know what? Whatever. Let it develop. We're not going to get into that. We already did that. And male. Oh, man. The tribal chief himself. I love me some Roman. Who doesn't love a good Samoan? I just, he's just delicious.
They hit hard.
But also, I also just love Paul Heyman and just the way he speaks on the mic. And I think it's more for Paul Heyman than Roman Reigns, just because I love a good fucking promo, and he's the best at it.
Another man who evolved his promos from Paulie Dangerously.
Absolutely.
Hey, fun fact. Roman Reigns has 6 moves of doom. Because he just added the sleeper. The guillotine.
Yeah.
So there you go, Matt. Yeah. That's what makes him better than Cena.
So give me yours right now.
Stone Cold top tier, because I literally grew up at that time where I was saying fuck everybody. I had a boss I didn't like, and I was literally watching this thing on TV like he's doing what I want to do to my boss. He's literally doing it. This is amazing. After that, it's definitely Eddie, without a doubt. It's never a question. It's always going to be Eddie.
Greatness.
Too much charisma for any screen to handle. You know what I mean? And I used to be a massive Benoit fan because how aggressive he was. But yet, these two guys, I followed them from Japan to WCW to WWE. So you're almost growing with them as you're going along with them. You know what I mean? Female wrestler, he was a huge Lita fan because she was doing the lucha style especially when she was on S.A. Rio.
I remember that one.
S.A. Rio, she was first pulling off those moves. And people forget, like Team Extreme, she was doing that with S.A. Rio too. Everybody forgets about that guy.
She did it before with him.
Yep.
Pretty decent wrestler, whatever. Now, Finn, I'm a huge fan of Finn. I've loved Prince Devitt since, before that. Roman, of course, because I became a Roman fan when he was in Pensacola, Florida, where he's from, and they were booing him. And I was like, nah, I got to back this man because bullshit. When you're in your hometown doesn't boo you. And now look who he's at. He's literally the best heel in wrestling right now. Period.
Okay.
And then right now, after that, is going to be 100%. It's going to be Penta. 100% Penta, because from Lucha Underground to where we're at now, it's amazing. And the female wrestler now, Thunder Rosa. I'm a huge fan of Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, she's good.
She's amazing, man. Yeah.
Oh my God.
She is great. I actually got a chance to hang out with her back WrestleMania week when they were here, back in 2019. I went to the Battle Club again. Battle Club. They're at the forefront of all wrestling. They had a WCW show, which was a Women's Crush Wednesday show. It was a Wednesday show, and it was an all-woman lineup.
Nice.
Every match from beginning to end was a women's match.
Nice.
You had, I forgot who was in the match, but I know the two main people that were there who I ended up becoming cool friends with was Thunder Rosa, Big Swole.
Nice.
They were both in that match. It was a triple threat match, and I was sitting next to Rich Swann.
Ooh.
And Rich Swann was agenting their match. So the stuff that they put together in that match was like, she came out and she was sitting with us and we were talking about it, and she's like, what did you think about it? I'm like,
me?
I'm like, I thought it was it was dope. I'm like, the way you guys did it made so much sense. It told a better story. And then he turned to me, he looked at me, he was like, exactly why I told him to put that in that match. I'm like, oh shit, wow. And then Mecca Wolf is right next to us saying, yo, that shit was fucking bananas. Like, it was like, it was, she's a sweetheart and she's so cool, Thunder Rosa. Of course, that's Swole. Like, I can't really say. Well, I told you guys who's my favorite of all time. Like, that's by far that's Eddie and Jericho. Those are my two favorite of all time. Women's wrestlers, I would say Trish Stratus, Lita, of course. I've enjoyed watching their matches over and over again. Another, I used to like to watch, and I still do. I kind of go back on YouTube and watch it. Is Joshi Pro, the Japanese women's wrestling, Joshi Pro.
Mm-hmm.
Their matches are by far the sickest matches. They put on better matches than most men.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now, hands down. So with the whole thing with AEW having a lot of Japanese wrestlers, having Shida there, you know, Shida is one of the best. And if WWE didn't get their hands on Io Shirai,
that would have been something.
She would have been in AEW.
That would have been something.
She would have been a beast over there. You know,
it's funny. What do you now that you just mentioned that, but once you finish your statement, I'm not. Go ahead.
Yeah.
In AEW, the first you think about is like everybody that they picked up within a month or even like 3 weeks. Like in 3 weeks, they picked up 3 of the biggest names. One, because the WWE clearly has an idiot working that has no idea about contracts. Somebody completely fucked that up. They fucked that up twice actually because they did it with Malachi Black first. I was like,
I think
you guys are
he went to the main roster and still had a 30-day clause, which was like.
I think they fired the contract guy. That's what they had to.
But the funny thing is, it wasn't necessarily his fault at all. It was somebody else's fault. Yep. You know what I'm saying? They just fired the guy like, oh, it was probably his fault. They were like, oh, no, it wasn't his fault. My bad. You know, so it's like, it's crazy we have that transition of these. In 3 weeks, the landscape changes from one company almost to the other instantly, in a sense. So like you've got CM Punk, Adam Cole, which you didn't see coming, but you did, and we all knew the American Dragon was coming anyway.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So what do you think about the way that happened, that shift?
That happens everywhere if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
That happens in every sport. Everywhere you go, movies, everything.
Mm-hmm.
You see, like, you know, Batman movies were up there. Batman movies were the greatest movies to watch from DC. And then here comes the MCU and taking all of the fans and killing it because their movies make more sense.
Yeah.
Their movies look better visually. The people who write the movies are amazing. Baseball. When A-Rod left the Rangers and came to the Yankees, also at the same time turning down a Boston contract, at the same time coming to the Yankees, the whole landscape of baseball changed. Football, Tom Brady leaving the New England Patriots and going to Tampa.
Yeah.
A whole shift in the game.
That's true, yeah.
Think about that. Like, everywhere it happens. And it was only a matter of time before fans get sick and tired of the same old rematch Raw and replay SmackDown that, you know, they're going to side with a show that's giving you something fresh and new. AEW has no writers. And I found that out yesterday.
I found that out today after you just said it. Yeah, I didn't know that.
I was listening in on a Twitter space. Twitter spaces are amazing when you have wrestling fans and wrestling friends. They were having a big conversation about diversity in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And they had Tasha Steelz and Big Swole talking, and Shug D was the person who was moderating it. They clearly said it. If you guys watched Dark and you guys saw the matches between Diamante and Big Swole, that was all Swole's idea. That was Swole's idea. The last match that they just had this past Dark, which was bananas. I loved it. And it was I forgot the name, a 3-strike match. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
You had to win by a submission, you had to win by pin, and you had to win by a knockout.
Damn.
So it was one apiece, and the third match had to be one of them. So, of course, Swole went over. Swole had the knockout on Diamante. Did it with I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Dirty Dancing. Caught her, boom, dropped her. She was out for the count. For the knockout. So, to see that match on Dark, right, and not on the Dynamite, Think about it. Dark, you don't have picture in picture. You don't have to have commercials that you have picture in picture going on. So you see the full match, right? If you didn't notice in last night's Dynamite, Hobbs versus Dante, they were doing crazy shit while it was in picture in picture.
Yeah, they were.
And you're watching the picture in picture, but you can't get your eyes off of the Domino's commercial, or you can't get your eyes off of the Manscaped commercial because, oh shit, Manscaped. Oh fuck, I just missed a spot. That's the bad part about that. Now,
but you prefer that over not seeing anything? Because they could just go to commercial.
That's the thing, though. This is the trick in wrestling when you're working TV. You don't do your crazy shit when you're not the full screen or at a commercial break. You do your crazy shit when you're on live. Now, have you ever noticed in certain matches, which I'm going to basically nitpick, and I'm going to say Santana Ortiz matches and any inner circle matches, you notice when it comes back from a commercial break, the crowd is raging up. Why? Because they did all of the working shit. They worked the heat, getting into that. So when they're coming back from commercial break, the crowd is up. So you're like, oh my God, what the fuck did I just miss? And they show a quick little picture in picture. Moments ago, this is what just happened, and they're still in the match. But you're watching the match, and you're watching what's happening moments ago, and they're still crawling over for that tag. Then the hot tag happens, and you're like, oh my God, I'm so into this match. That relies on both, ref work or whatever. But that's TV work. Versus for Dark and Dark Elevation, the Rampage, you basically can work your whole match straight through and people will see it. You're showcased. So for that match to be on Dark, it was a blessing because they got to work all their shit into that match and really show. Like, I was waiting. I'm like, yo, if Diamante pulls out a chancla, oh my God, that's the end of the match. That's a knockout right there. But she didn't. And I was like, because she used it on the indies. So I'm like, yo, she should bring it out. That would be fucking dope. I'll go bananas. But she didn't. She brought out the kendo stick instead. Didn't even use it. She got it used on her. And then she used it. Because as they always say, if you're going to take out something, you better know how to take it as much as you're going to use it. So it was like, to see their match and them doing crazy shit during the break, and I'm watching it, I'm like, because I can zone out and watch the match and not worry about what's going on in picture. We're not worried about the whole commercial. My trick is I put the TV on mute so I can focus on that one thing. Yeah. Because the moment I start hearing something I like a commercial, I'll look over. But if not, if it's on mute, I can't watch. I don't watch it. I watch the picture in picture. They were working a hell of a match. And for them to be showcased on Dynamite, on national TV, and their POC says a lot. Yeah. Tony Khan knows what he's doing. And it's not like we're going to get a once in the blue Kofi Mania from them. No, we're going to basically get people that look like us doing their shit on national TV.
Yo, that cage match between the Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks was one of the best cage matches I've ever seen in my life.
Best match of the night, best match of the year.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Tell you the truth,
hands down.
One of my favorite matches of the night was Eddie Kingston and Miro.
Yo, blow for blow in that match. And you expected that. You expected that because you know how Miro fights and you know how Eddie fights. And it was so good. And the heat that Miro got with the low blow. And again, another story that was unfold. Oh, absolutely.
I'm
getting that shirt.
See it in Queens. What, these
that's
nuts?
It. That's it. We're gonna redeem these nuts, and that's it, yo. And we're gonna switch fucking shirts if we have to for the Lucha Bros too. I don't give a fuck. Listen, we represent it all, yo.
We already got
everything.
We already got one match for Queens, and that's Malachi Black versus Cody. It's the one match we got so far.
Not so bad.
I deep down inside feel we're gonna get Mero in Kingston 2 at Queens because, hello, Eddie's hometown.
Yeah.
What better place to win the TNT title? Just saying, he deserves it. He needs it. That'll be
But
I will lose my shit. But we need also Santana and Ortiz to be in that mix.
yeah, but
If they're against the Lucha Brothers, I'm torn because I love both tag teams. They're fucking bosses when they get in that ring.
yeah,
And the
that'd be something.
intensity is just to have trained under him, been chopped by him. The intensity that Santana brings into the ring, he grabs everybody. Because it's not character, it's him. He zones before he gets into a match, and he gets out there, and that's him, 100% him. And you feel it. That's another reason why people that choose, like, their gimmick, the way they present themselves in the ring or the way they present their character, when they're more organic to relate to everyone, they're fan favorites. People will gravitate to them fast. People will be like, yo, I like that dude. Yo, he got a fucking chancla. I remember when I used to get beat by those. Yo, I got PTSD right now. Oh, my God. Like, I got people telling me that. But I'm done on match, and I'm like, I worked the Lucha show over here in the Gaucho's gym in the Bronx. Me and my tag partner. And I had somebody come out and be like, yo, I can relate to that. You're so, you're Boricua. I can relate to you. I felt them like, oh, shit. When I brought out the chancla, and the first time I brought out the chancla and I used it, the next show I worked, somebody was like, yo, you got the chancla on you? I'm like, yeah, I got the chancla on me. Yo, can I see it? Oh, my God, dude, that's the chancla right there. I used to get beat by that. Yo, I just got PTSD right now. Yo, bro, can you take it away from me? I'm like, okay, like, people are relating to it because it's not only that it's, cultural. It's something we all grew up on. Like, if somebody was to come out and be like, yo, that's the Baba Yel guy right there, they know that's the boogeyman, that he's coming to beat somebody's ass and take them out and be a hitman 100%. Like, that's something that can gravitate to people. Like, people can grab into that and sink their teeth into that gimmick and be like, yo, I love this. I'll buy whatever this person has. Like, the whole thing with my T-shirts, like the T-shirt that the Toe Tags has on right now, that was made by somebody in Denmark.
That's dope.
That's dope.
Yeah.
My very first shirt, which was the Baby Yoda with the chancla. My best friend. Shout outs to my boy Steez. Mind Museum. That's his page on Instagram. He's a photographer. He designed that Baby Yoda for me with the chancla. And that was during the pandemic, locked in a room here because he was my roommate at one time. And he was just drawing it out. Then he was like, yo, come to the room. I come to the room. Like, what's up? He was like, what do you think of this? I'm like, oh, that's fly. Now I'm going to hook it up a little bit more. Like, he's a perfectionist. Anything he does is a perfectionist. So he gave it to me. I'm like, yo, I love this. Can I use it? He was like, yo, it's my gift to you. Use it. So I put it on T-shirts. I put it on hoodies. People loved it because it was the now, and people love Yoda 100%, and they loved Baby Yoda. Like, Baby Yoda was a hit. But the fact that
I'm telling you right now, I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan, but when I started watching Mandalorian, I was like, now I care.
Yep.
I care about it now. But yeah, as you were saying, like I gravitated more towards Mando being the way he is than anybody else. But I feel what you're talking about. You're absolutely correct,
everybody
sir.
wanted it because they had a chancla. So, like, to then me doing this T-shirt now, people could gravitate to what I got on here now. Like, it's basically the colors of our generation. We grew up being put with these colors to go out on family vacations, like to go to the beach, to go to festivals. Like, if you didn't go out matching, then your parents didn't really care about you. But when you're in a Hispanic home or a black home, you better match all the way down to the socks and underwear.
For real.
And you know you go along with that family because exactly.
Absolutely correct. Yes.
You get
That's
roasted.
why I'm like, I'm using this. And my new gear, again, made by the same person, my museum. My new gear, he designed it for me. He uses the paints. The same this same right here, these same colors right here are all my new gear. With a chancla, bottle of coquito on the side, with the name Awesome across the front, black with blue and the pink. Like that's just me, because I'm an '80s baby, so I gotta show off. Hey, these are my colors. At one point, it's Miami Vice feel to it, but hey, you know what? This is me, and people can relate.
Definitely.
Me with the chancla.
Yo,
I love you some Miami Vice.
Word.
Don't fuck with me.
Yo, we got a couple of people in the chat giving us their favorite wrestlers. Williams is saying that his Triple H, because his entrance and his attitude, and he was a big DX fan. China was one of his.
Oh, by the way, side note, shout out Triple H. Hope you get better soon, bro.
Word.
That thing happened to you, bro. Hopefully you'll be back and you can fix NXT a little bit, but.
And now some real shit. Word. Sign this right here. There you go. Sign this guy right here. This guy right here. But no, I was dead ass playing wrestling theme songs all day at work today. The whole team got lit. We played The Rock. We played Triple H. We played Shawn Michaels. We got niggas posing like Shawn. Oh no, we played the game.
I thought you played My Time Is Now. I love My Time Is Now.
My Time Is Now was good.
Jabs in My Time Is Now. They throw mad jabs in that movie. You hear that song?
Absolute.
They're throwing jabs in that song.
I like the King of Kings.
Absolute. But the King of Kings is good too. But you know what? We had a lot of people that was like, no, I like the other one better. I was like, you know what? I'll please the people. Boom. And there you go. We're going to do this.
The Evolution one is good too. Evolution. You can't understand what he's saying, but it just sounds really good.
Yeah.
God bless the rest of the soul of thing of Lenny, but I can't really understand what the fuck he's saying in that song. I'm like, what? But yeah, okay, Evolution I can know, but what else are you saying?
It's the place to be, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I got out of him. Yeah, you saying China was a pioneer of women's wrestling? Ricky Starks, and his all-time favorite was Ricky Dragon Steamboat. Maju said that.
That's good.
Yeah, he said the Great Muta, Shawn Michaels, The Rock, because I'm Samoan. All right, so he's Samoan. Britt Baker now.
Okay.
Thank you.
And
our crowd is diverse.
Yeah, and Jazz was his favorite women's wrestler back in the day. Yeah, that was a good one. That's a good one.
She's underrated. I wish she had more time in the WWE, but she's extremely underrated.
Oh yeah.
Listen, she's
one of the best workers you could ever see in your life.
She's doing seminars, or she's working in the Indies right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
In Connecticut.
And we have Eric says Christian and Pac now, Beth Phoenix and Eddie Guerrero for the past.
Ooh,
Ray Phoenix.
What happened? Oh, you need me to come over? Oh shit! Get the guns, Matt.
I don't know. I'm hearing fucking banging. I thought my dog was crying. He said Ray Phoenix and Juventud Guerrero. Right? I wish they would. Ray Phoenix and Juventud.
All that shit you was talking, I said that coming for you,
Please come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Just make sure.
Better start ducking.
Current woman in the building.
Throw it up this way.
Chris's current women's is Thunder Rosa, and Homicide and Hernandez. And Conan was his favorite. Okay,
nice.
He's the original LAX.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't say my girl because I take a lot of heat, Matt, but I love Charlotte. I don't know why. I love Charlotte Flair.
She's great.
They give me heat.
She's great. They overhype her a little bit too much sometimes, but she's good, man.
Charlotte's good. She gets that Cena push, but she can go. That's Charlotte can still go. It's just too much of Charlotte sometimes. She can go.
I will say this though.
I'll be right back.
There's so many wrestlers right there. You have more than 7 wrestlers on Raw. Why I only see 7?
That's true.
And no tag teams, by the way. No tag teams, by the way.
None. They fucking just put that shit.
Barely.
Like, why is Randy Orton in the title picture instead of in the tag team match?
One thing I want to say though that I'm actually proud of and I'm happy.
Yeah.
That my boy Damian Priest is representing.
Yes.
Yes.
McIntyre clean in a great match versus McIntyre and Sheamus.
Yeah. It didn't go for him.
When we were watching it here in the house, I was like, yo, that's it. He's gonna win. He's gonna win tonight. In fact, we were at my cousin's house in Connecticut. I had a show that day. It was a day show, and right after the show, we shot to his house to watch the pay-per-view. So watching it, I'm like, yo, he's gonna win. Damian Priest is gonna win. He's representing for Boricuas. He's gonna win. He's gonna win. He's gonna win.
Oh my God!
I was
Beautiful.
crazy because back when I first started training, I would work ring crew in different promotions. So I worked ring crew for Ring of Honor. And't had my chance to meet a lot of the Ring of Honor roster who's now AEW, most of them. Cody, Bucks, Cole, Flip Gordon, Shaheem Ali, Damian Priest. He was Punishment Martinez at the time. It was we'll Ospreay, all of them. Like I've had a chance to like talk with them, like pick their brain a bit. But he was the most humble. Like I sat and talked with him for a while. For the fact that he won it and he's representing, he has the flag on his gear. I'm like, bro,
Yes.
we haven't seen that. And not only him, but Karrion Kross is Puerto Rican.
For real?
You didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No.
Karrion Kross, Damian Priest, Puerto Ricans, both from the Bronx.
Nice.
No wonder
Is
they
that
made
why
him
they
lose
got
to
him?
the party.
Is that why they got him looking stupid right now in the main roster? They found out.
No, that's not. There's no except. I don't know because that's not really like. That's
Listen,
not
I
really.
No,
know
what I'm
what
saying,
it is.
did they
That's
find
not
out he was
what he
Puerto
did.
Rican and that's why they
All I
made him
know
look
is
like
that-
that?
All I know is that Damian
No,
Priest has
but
a
why did they
tambora
take
on
his
his
girl
side.
away from him?
There's a Puerto Rican tambora on his side. I seen it. I'm like, yo, that's a tambora, son. You can't tell me that's not what it looks like. I know what it looks
He
like.
is
It's a
100%. 100%.
Puerto Rican
And I
tambora,
was-
son.
I was super excited when I saw him. I'm like, yo, this dude, he's a problem. And they signed him. He's a
I remember
problem.
when he was Punishment Martinez and Ring of Honor, and I was a huge fan of it. I was like, yo, I looked it up. I saw he was Puerto Rican. I was like, I saw that.
Doing the stuff that he did,
Yes, absolutely.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. That's why I'm super proud that he is where he is right now. You know, he's one of those that they didn't fully mess up on. They gave him his shine. And yes, I know y'all looking probably trying to see what tattoo that is. That is a Jason Voorhees
Jason with a
tattoo.
gun.
The Jason
And
Bourne.
that's I'm a horror fan, and that's one of my favorite horror monsters right there.
That's my
I got it right on
favorite.
the gun.
That's my favorite horror character. So there it is. We're set.
There you go.
I got the gun in him on this side. I got CM Punk on the other side. So
There we go.
You protected right now. Yo, there's a question in the chat for Show. You ready, Show?
I'm ready. Let me fix my title.
All right. So Kenny from Nukkle Up has a question. He goes, if Diamond Wrestling were to have a pay-per-view, who would you have Matt Awesome go up against, and in what match?
Ooh, that is a great question. I would have him face Bailey Monroe, DDS. Not DMD, DDS.
Our resident doctor. That's our resident doctor in
Yes,
Diamond
sir.
Wrestling.
I messed up. One day they asked me, yo, who's the champion for, this was when we first started, who's the champion for AEW? I said, ain't she a dentist? Bailey Monroe, the DDS. That's where the name came from.
The
That's the
Yes.
Completely messed that shit up. I don't think he knows
what kind
who
of
the
match would it be?
Yeah, what kind of match would it be?
Well, we only have one match, and that's the street match. And that's another thing.
This DDS
and-
shit sounds very dominatrixy. It sounds like a bondage match. at
Yes.
this
Yeah, when
point.
when Phil says it, absolutely correct.
Yes. So let me show you how this works, Matt. The way a street match works is we don't have street rules. We literally put a street inside the ring. So we put a pavement as the mat, and then we put the double yellow lines, and we have crew taking off the ropes every 30 seconds so a car could pass.
Perfect.
Yeah.
A
All
block in the Bronx.
Yes, yeah. So it's
Whole
like you're
avenue.
playing street football in the streets, and that's when the cars are coming. And you're gonna have a match.
Say Whole Avenue.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And you're gonna have a match in that predicament with the train above you and shit. And and there's gonna be a fire hydrant on the side on. That's a street match.
On.
That's a street match.
Yeah.
Correct.
As long as there's a junkie on the side, like phasing out from K2.
That's the
I'll make
rep.
the match on it.
That's the rep.
He's gonna be flown in officially from the Bronx.
Yes.
He's gonna be flown in.
Yes.
Only with the
rep is gonna be
finest.
nodding out.
He's literally gradually is going to make his way through this scene, and then stop
Word.
and then go.
I see it.
We're gonna have some old men out there playing checkers or whatever, talking shit about it.
Dominoes, bro.
No, dominoes, man. Dominoes checkers.
I'm using that domino table in my back.
We're gonna have a thing, a setup of
When you're on 14th
It's gonna be
Street,
fantastic.
man.
There better be a halal truck there too.
No.
Absolutely. Yo, chopped cheese after the match is over for everybody.
That's it.
Oh,
And a little,
everything on.
My
and a little cuchi frito
caught the
spot.
chopped cheese. I got a tag team move called the chopped cheese. So
You do?
Oh, man.
Let's go.
I got me and Johnny Santos when we were tag teaming. We have a few moves, and one of them was we nicknamed them after different things in the Bronx. Like we had a Throg's neck breaker. We got the cross Bronx, which was I come across the back with a clothesline, and he goes across the bottom with the leg kick, like a punt kick to the leg, and I'm hitting the clothesline above.
So kind of like the Eliminator's old move, the total elimination. Yes,
Yeah.
with it.
And then
He knows one.
We got the what was it, the bodega menu, something like that. Oh, it was the chopped cheese, which is because we call our moves the greatest hits. So we're gonna throw them on in the match. We go the greatest hits. Let's go. So we do our old school moves. If I'm not mistaken, the chopped cheese was the corner spot where I throw them into the corner. I go in with a back elbow, move out the way. He comes in with a flying forearm. I run in, uppercut, European uppercut, kick the person's leg down to sweep them, get onto my all fours, and instead of him jumping off my back with his foot, he's literally like pressing on my back with his hands and flipping into the person into a cannonball.
Nice.
It's like a sick combo. And then the other move that we did, and it was right before, because unfortunately they broke us up in BWF, but we got back together recently, was sick ass move. The person goes to whip me off the ropes. I go off. He tags in. The person jumps up for like a leapfrog. I catch him. Manhattan drop. Pick him up. He springboards in over my head with a blockbuster as I'm giving a spine buster at the same time. Roll out the way. He goes for the pin. That's our finishing tag move.
That sounds dope. Yeah.
I like that one.
We also
That's very
have
awesome.
we weave through, kick out the leg, and double super kick. We got the greatest hits. We call it our greatest hits. And now since we started doing like a singles run, I have this a move that was blessed to me by Mecha Wolf. Shout out to Mecha Wolf again. Move out the way in the corner, give the person a back elbow, European, give him a one-handed snapmare with a cartwheel. I do a cartwheel into a shotgun drop kick to the face. I pick them back up, and my partner runs across the ring, rolls, cocotazo, pins him. So
I love
Nice.
that name.
listen. You got the Puerto Rican, you
Cocotazo.
got the Dominican. You got two Puerto Ricans and a Dominican, a part of the Uptown Boys. And there's nothing live
it.
in the Uptown Boys. One has a hookah, the other one has the coquito. Again, like we lit. We lit.
That's what's
We
up.
literally-
That's dope.
That's dope.
If y'all
I like that.
watch the last match, you'll see how us three click and how the chemistry is crazy. Like at one point, Johnny goes, takes a swig of the hookah, comes in, grabs Eddie McQueen, blows smoke in his face, and then gives him an enziguri. So instead of Buddha spraying mist, he sprays hookah smoke in your face.
Yo, but what flavor?
Blue mist.
Hey, listen, it's important fact that we need to know these things, all right?
Listen, I promised him I would never get it wrong. It's blue mist. It's blue mist. Yes.
Ooh. Blue mist.
So yes, blue mist. And I got the original coquito. I put it with the original flavors. No egg.
Here we go.
There's no Henny in there.
Yes.
Straight Bacardi and all the other works that goes inside of it.
Hey,
Nice.
The
I'm not giving
original
away
recipe.
anything. It's the original.
All right? The original. That's it, the original.
Cookies and cream version. I make a cookies and cream version.
Oh, yeah, they got a remix. We got a remix to it. You know, we always got to do a remix to it. Why not? Exactly. Absolutely. We got an original remix. Dale.
She uses Jameson in her coquito, so.
No, absolutely not, sir. How dare you?
She puts Jameson in her Jameson.
Straight up. No, I just drink Jameson straight up. That's my usual drink. Coquito's holiday drink, man. It's separate. You got to make it right. A true body will only know that. Absolutely.
It's a drink. You shake.
That you get fucked up on.
Exactly. Just like a nutcracker. You drink a nutcracker the wrong way, you guzzle it. Guess what? You're gonna hit the floor. It's death.
Yo, Matt,
as my family calls it.
I have a question for you. What's the best advice you ever got that's wrestling related, but not in ring wrestling related? Like more mindset.
Mindset?
Yeah, like not like how to do a match, but more of like how to be to get to where you want to be.
I would say the advice that Santana gave me. He told me if it's something I want to do, put my all into it and be dedicated to it. Either if it's in the ring or outside the ring. Again, much respect to the man. He's a family man. At the same time, he is a professional when it comes to the sport. Like if you follow him on Instagram, you see he's always spending time with his daughter, always with his fiance. They're always together. He's a family oriented man, and for him to be able to take time out of his time when he comes and trains, and I so happen to be there sometimes when he's there training, to at least get in the ring with him and learn from him at the same time on his life struggles prior to getting into wrestling, it means a lot. Like I could relate to some of the stuff he's gone through. Not all of it, but some of it I can see. Like I know where he came from. I came from the South Bronx, the same places where he came from. Not South Bronx, but the same type of coming up. So it's someone I can relate to, and the feedback he gives when he sees a match, like he'll be straight up, yo, that was shit. What were you thinking? Like to have him one day sit in the crowd and watch one of my matches, me and my tag partner, he chewed us up by one thing, and that one thing was while we were in the corner, we weren't doing certain things that we should have been doing as a tag team. Now, for him to tell me that the next show that we had and we were a tag team, I'm in the corner, oh, let's go. Because I took the feedback he gave me and I used it. Mm-hmm. So feedback is a gift, and you must always take that gift and use it to the greatest advantage you can take it to. And that's something I learned from him. That's something I've also learned just picking the brain of Homicide. And, of course, Pena, Masha, like I pick their brains every single time I get a chance to. Even to share a few words with like to hang out a few times with Lee Moriarty and actually pick his brain. This man was just signed to AEW. Like to have picked his brain prior to this, it's a blessing. And to stay dedicated to something I'm passionate about and I love. Like my girl could tell you, my stepdaughter could tell you the same thing. I basically woke up the next day after shows and I'm like, oh my God, my back. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, that. I'm in pain. Like my knees cracking and everything. And hold on one second, guys. And besides like that hurting and everything, I still get up and I do what I got to do. I still get up and, go about my day. Take family trips. Like we'll go to the movies or we'll go to the city or something. So like they can tell you, like I wake up in back pains. Like I go to sleep walking around like Finn Balor. I go to sleep. I wake up the next day sounding like Ric Flair. You hear snap, crackle, and pop happening to me. Like I'm in my 30s, feeling like my body sounds like it's in the 60s when I'm walking. So I'm dedicated and I love this. And sometimes I was like, right now, a lot of people are like, oh, you're not sacrificing much. I'm sacrificing my body. This shit hurts. Like, yeah. Like to get my coworkers at my regular job to actually, they're not wrestling fans. And they watch my show. They put my show on the TV in the job sometimes when I'm working. When I'm wrestling a show and it's live, they watch it at work. And when I get back to the back and I look at my phone, I got all these text messages from my coworkers like, yo, you were crazy in the ring. We didn't think you were that great, but wow, like, because like they've never watched me wrestle before.
Yeah.
So to have non-wrestling fans enjoy what they see and like what they see, it's crazy. It's great. Like I love the fact that I can open the doors for all these people to watch it and love it. Like, you know, the fact that a lot of my coworkers are actually, they're gay. And for Effie to have the big gay brunch and them watching the big gay brunch and enjoying it, and then watching MV Young's Poly M Cult party, and we're like, oh my God, you know, we're represented. This is amazing. Like, we didn't think we'd be so represented in wrestling like that. They watch now.
That's what's up.
And I told that to Effie at the last show. I'm like, you know, my manager, my coworkers, they watched Big Gay Brunch with me during WrestleMania week. I had it on the TV in the job. And my manager was caught off guard. He was like, wait a second, my people are represented. Oh my God, I can't believe this. And he literally was standing at the end of where the registers are at watching and enjoying it. So I told him, you think that was good? Wait till you see my show at the end of the month. So then he watched MV Young's show and saw how represented everybody was. He loved it. He was like, you were great. You were awesome in the ring. You were great. I loved watching you. But everybody else, oh my God, like a lot of them were from my community, and they put on such a great show. I didn't know that there were a lot of, you know, gay men in wrestling and, you know, trans. And I'm like, wrestling is for everyone. Wrestling is one of those places where you're not basically shunned on for your sexual preference or what you go by. Well, he was androgynous. He was an androgynous.
But
now,
Darren Young, when he came out, he disappeared.
When he came out, they kicked him out.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's sad, and that's sad. Like you can't let somebody be themselves.
Absolutely.
Jake Atlas is another one.
Yep.
Jake Atlas was killing it in NXT.
Yep.
They released him.
Yeah, now he's in Ring of Honor. He's part of the tournament now.
He just had a banger with Effie this past weekend.
Yep.
He's wrestling GCW. This man's doing crazy better things than he's doing now than he did in the WWE. But you have to think, like, where else are you going to have a platform to do things this way?
Yeah.
And to have your own creative, like, take on it, like, without anybody saying, no, you can't do that. No, we're not going to do this. No, we're going to strip you for the character that you originally came in with, that we were originally interested with. And we're going to see what we can do with that.
Like, I love the fact that I see my boy Carmelo Hayes the way he is. He was Casanova on the Indies. Christian Casanova, culture season, all day. Like, that's my homie. He's Carmelo Hayes now, but he still got the same swag. They let him keep the swag. Swerve.
Yeah, Swerve, yeah, same thing.
Another one.
Strickland is the same one that he's still himself. Now he's showing off his music side. Same person that he could be. Keith Lee's another person. He was himself. They just wanted him to do less crazy lucha shit.
That was the best part.
Did you?
MSK. MSK is another team that they let them be themselves. But they were the Rascals, exactly. Like these, like there's only a handful of wrestlers that stood being themselves and went up. But then if you go to AEW, you don't have to change much. You don't. Private Party, same. I've seen, I don't know how many matches of Private Party. I've been in the ring with Quinn training before. Same guy that I seen there, that's on TV.
And that's so awesome.
Yeah.
In a way, you see it, and they are evolving at their own speed. at their own.
Yep.
If they want to shoot to the top, they know that they have that platform to do so without anybody just like saying anything, period. This is you.
Exactly.
And we want you to be you, and that's it.
I gotta charge one of my headphones because they're dying slowly.
So good. But that's something that we mentioned on our podcast. Is like we always wanted these guys to be themselves, because you notice like in the WWE they tend to have a lot of the guys that are very similar to each other. It's almost like they want everybody to be the same. And
they want everybody to be the same on both shows.
Yeah.
And it's like it's repetitive on top of that. The same shit or the same outcome.
Absolutely no variety.
I don't know if you guys remember this, but when Finn Balor came in, because they removed a lot of the video. Now, I remember this. It's not the Mandela effect. I'm sorry. It's not that. When Finn came in, they kept on saying, the prince is coming. The prince has arrived. It said Prince Devitt. It got wiped away. And then it said Finn Balor.
Yep, I remember that.
Yep.
They did the same thing with Kenta.
Oh, yeah.
Kenta, see? Yep. They did the same exact shit with Kenta. And
the only person that we didn't know that they did it to, Sami Zayn. Because a lot of people didn't know who was underneath that mask as El Generico.
El Generico, yep.
El Generico, died trying to save a bunch of orphans down in Mexico.
Yep.
But we all know who the real man is.
That was great. I remember that.
When Kevin Steen got signed to NXT,
Kevin Steen.
I'm like, yes, kill Steen, kill. Kevin Owens.
Yo, but let's talk about those those maps coordinates that he sent out recently of Rushmore,
Rushmore 2.0, yes.
Woo.
Listen,
I see that. I feel that.
Contract is done.
Yep. Yeah. And Kevin Owens will be there after his 90 days.
Let's see. See. Because they can offer him something, a lucrative contract, a lucrative storyline that will keep him. But I think this man wants to, go back to his old ways.
Absolutely.
And I will be so happy to see him in AEW. Why? Because that's a place where I see myself going. Why? Because I would love to pick that man's brain. Why? I would probably want to have a match with him.
And why wouldn't you? You killing? What? Why wouldn't you?
I did a pop-up power bomb in one of my matches just because of him.
Let's just speak into the future. You are gonna not only pick his brain, but you are going to have a wrestling match, because this is what we do. We speak into the future, because this is what
you go kick his ass.
We manifest it.
That man touches it, he's gonna basically be, a lot of places are gonna want to book him to wrestle in indies, and I would love to be a part of that, show, to watch him and speak to him backstage. And of course, like you said, hey, always put things in the universe. It's a plus.
Absolutely.
Because it happens. We wouldn't all be here if things weren't put into the universe,
Right. That's what I'm saying. Sasha needs to get my number quick.
No.
Stop. No. Thank you. Let
me tell you something. This is why me and Matt are such good friends, because our whole lives people have been telling us no, it's never gonna happen, but we put it out there in the universe. Now Matt is a future AEW champion, and I am gonna be Sasha Banks' future ex baby daddy. All right?
No.
Anything is possible.
Right?
Yo,
anything is possible.
That's right. Have a dream, hold on to it, and shoot for the sky.
That one's not that possible.
Peacock, you gotta fly,
That's
my man.
right.
You are
yes.
Peacock,
That's right.
to fly.
That's right.
I agree. Mr. Awesome is gonna be champion, but
like sometimes you gotta be realistic about things, because I'm just homie. It's okay.
You can't see it because
okay.
it's a black shirt and I got the black mic in front of it, but I'm popping my pecs. I taught The Rock how to do that shit.
Listen,
and Matt was there when I showed him how to do it. All right, and then he took the post-Satan pecs and he put that shit in the movie and he ran with it.
What?
I didn't ask for a dime for that. But you know what? I'm just going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. This whole 235-pound bag of sexy right here is to die for. Any woman would want this shit. I'm known from coast to coast like butter and toast.
Listen. I just recently seen her. I seen her on Hot. Listen, cállate, coño. Listen, all right. She recently was on like Hot Ones doing the one chip challenge, where it's like the hottest fucking chip in the whole entire fucking existence of the universe. You know what? If you take that challenge, I think you might have a shot.
I took it. I took that challenge. The video is on my YouTube.
You might have a shot if you don't shit on yourself.
I took that challenge. The video is on my YouTube. The video is on my fucking YouTube. I took that challenge way before that shit was popular. Yeah, it's on my YouTube. Yeah. It's on this YouTube channel.
Oh, so wait. So since you did that, you should do it again and then add another chip. Oh, shit. I can't do it. My stomach is not built for that.
Yo,
listen. No, I don't want this man to shit fired. That's just only gonna happen if he wants his shot with Sasha Banks.
The exhaust coming out of Dominic Toretto's.
Listen, but think about it.
All I need is family. I can take this chip.
Impressed. She's like, damn. Not only did he did one, but he did 2 chips for me. You know what? I might just give up that pussy. I might just give up this tiny little booty for this fat little bald-headed nigga. You know, she can do it.
Damn, why I gotta be a bald-headed nigga for?
Why you gotta be bald-headed?
I'm sorry. A bald-headed body. I'm sorry. You're right. My fault. I'm just saying.
I have my hair still, so I'm good.
Yo, does that like
come with how impressed Sasha Banks would be? She would be very impressed with you. Also, fix my screen. What the fuck, man? Listen, she'll be extremely impressed by you.
You just called me a fat midget asshole that has misguided dreams of ruining the world. And you want me to fix your screen?
Fat midget asshole.
You fix your screen?
Wow. You went ahead and said this shit. Wait, I never said that shit.
This was supposed to be a sophisticated podcast that my boy was coming on, and we.
Unbelievable.
You know something. I trusted y'all to set a good example for my boy, so he don't think we're fucking hooligans. And then next thing I know, I'm a fucking midget asshole. I got the FBI knocking on my fucking door. So, apparently, I'm a piece of shit. Show doesn't know what's going on. I didn't know what's. There's a wrestling match going up above me. Somebody's bowling in my fucking house. My dog's fucking barking. I don't know what to fucking say. You know something. Yo, Matt, tell her what's going on, Matt. Fill her in with the real motherfucker.
I never called you a midget. I didn't even know you were that short until you said something right now.
Misguided midget asshole.
I didn't know. I never said those words. Midget asshole. Midget asshole did not come out of my mouth.
That's what Vince heard.
That's what I heard too.
That's not my problem. So tell me that, this is the translation I'm getting. The translation I got was midget asshole with
See?
Midget asshole.
Shit.
I don't even know your height. I just called you a bald-headed nigga.
You called me a fat, bald-headed midget asshole from Kew Gardens getting by on my tits and shit.
Oh my God. Also from Kew Gardens.
What the fuck is going on here?
Sir, this is unbecoming of you, sir.
And now she's calling me sir like I'm some kind of fucking 90-year-old man with a walker and shit. I don't have candy in my pocket.
As we were going off the rails,
not yet.
So please, there's 2 questions in the chat for Matt. For the guests that just saw us go off the rails again.
Go ahead, Lay. Read the question from Matt.
I'd prefer you do it because I don't want you to feel like a midget asshole. I want you to feel important. I want you to do it. I got you. I'm backing you up, bro. I'm backing you up.
All right, you know what? I dig it, Lay. I dig it. You know, Matt is being respectful, and he's not letting the old Vince come out because he know how it go in Smith. You know what I'm saying? I got 10 books in my hand right now, Matt. You feel me?
What's the question?
What's the question?
That question.
Yeah, from Walter. It's I have 2 questions for Matt, if he doesn't mind. Have you ever wrestled the Cologne? Or the Colognes, I'm assuming, the Cologne brothers from PR. You ever wrestled for their dad's promotion, WWC?
No.
You have not.
I wouldn't mind wrestling in Puerto Rico. It gets gritty out there from matches I've seen and video I've seen. I gotta be a crowd favorite, so I don't get hit with a Duracell battery. I know that much. Or shanked after the show.
They killed Bruce.
But
Bruiser Brody thing going on.
Yeah, right. I've never wrestled any of the Colognes, but I've actually hung out with Carlito in the locker room and picked his brain for a little while and spoke to him. Humble guy, great dude. But no, the only, like I said before, the only wrestling royalty I've ever wrestled was Sean Maluta. And Maluta kicked the shit out of me. He chopped the hell out of me, and yeah, it was painful fighting a freaking Samoan.
Did you get headbutted by him?
You ever had an opponent no sell your move and they no sold it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
How does that feel?
And I chopped the fuck out of them after that because you don't do that. You don't do that. You get a receipt for that. So
the receipt. Yeah. I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've had that done, and it's, to me, I feel it's disrespectful. Like, anything you do to me, I'm gonna give it to the crowd. You hit me, I got hit. You hit me hard enough, I'm gonna fall to the ground. If you hit me like a bitch, I'm gonna just look at you like, put some little umph into it like this and give them the hit back. Sometimes you got to. Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Mm-hmm.
Ultimate Warrior style.
I've done the Kabashi chops to somebody with the chancla. That should explain most. Because Kabashi chops are painful. And, they're rapid fire. And imagine that with chancla over here, like, pop, 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 and then a pause, and then a pop, 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 pop all over again. So, yeah.
You have those little videos on your Instagram, right?
Yeah, I have the Kabashi chancla shots on my Instagram.
What's your Instagram, bro?
I'm putting it in the chat right now.
Matt_awesome17. Also, please, I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on my TikTok. Please help me.
I got your link tree up. Also, I'm putting that up there.
Yeah, link tree. You get everything there. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, please. And Pro Wrestling Tees is on there too. If you want to get a T-shirt or the Baby Yoda hoodie, I'm gonna probably put the old T-shirt also of me as a hoodie. And once I get the graphics again of the new picture, I'm gonna be having that as T-shirts very soon, and also hoodies.
Nice.
Because my stepdaughter wants that as a hoodie, so I gotta hook her up so she can rock it to school and be like, my stepdad's a wrestler, not yours. Word, I hear
that. Yo, Justin has a question for you. He goes, do you like today's current entrance music, or do you think WWE and AEW needs Jim Johnson back? Yo, that's like, that
Jim
question
Johnson.
We get it every week, bro.
Yeah, we do. Okay. We actually do get that every week, yeah.
Is it the same person?
I don't know. He might make different accounts. I don't know.
Possibility. I'm gonna say this. I liked of course, Jim Johnson. He's a legend in what he did. But when WWE, NXT had I forgot the name of the group that was doing their music at one time.
I believe
Styles music.
PG knows him.
CFO $.
Yes.
Yeah.
CFO
those
$.
guys.
They made great entrance music for those wrestlers. I love them.
Yeah.
AEW, they're producing.
They're actually kind of like, in a way, buying out the rights to certain legal songs.
Certain songs.
Yeah.
But not all songs.
No.
Like Santana and Ortiz's Proud and Powerful track. They originally had Bodega Bam's Proud and Powerful track. I'm not sure what happened, but now they have a new version of the song. It's like an evolution of the song, but it's dope. Like the person that they have working on the music, he is doing a good job. Swole's music is her own music.
Yeah.
That's her on the track. Literally her on the track. Daniel Bryant's new theme song, I'm digging it. It's something different. I wanted Final Countdown like we all did. But Bryan Danielson's Final Countdown, we're not gonna get it, unfortunately. Hopefully we do. I'm praying it's for a pay-per-view to holding it. Because don't forget, they gotta pay to actually do those songs. If you didn't know, when it came to Chris Jericho's Judas, they had to pay for that song each time it got played. So now they're finding new ways to do it, which I love.
Like having the crowd sing it a cappella. Like, nah, we can't afford your song today. We're just gonna let the crowd sing it. All right.
And you know what he did for what Tony Khan did for Jungle Boy was awesome. And what he did for Orange Cassidy, because if you guys didn't know,
yes, for Pixies,
was the first one to be Pixies. Yes.
Yep.
It was the first song to be born.
Where's my mind? Yes. I'm telling you, all day today, I did as fucking played wrestling theme songs, and I definitely started with all like
I used to do that at my own location.
Oh man, like I was like, nah.
And me and my that's where I met my best friend, was at my job. He actually called me before the podcast. We were talking for a little bit. We used to play like old school wrestling music when we were in the store. And we used to emulate the wrestler, like joking around. Like he used to come out the break room, like Stone Cold. Like, I'm like, stop it! I changed the song real quick, and I put on. That was before the whole Hulk Hogan for me. I put on, I Am a Real American, and then I'm like, enough of that. I cut it off. Hey, there was one time I was a Hogan fan. I'm not gonna throw it out. I'm not gonna be.
All of us were.
All of us were. But then he had to be on his racist rant, and I'm like, nah, dude, I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't roll like that. Can't roll with that. You make fun of my people. I can't.
Booker T is still waiting for his shucky quack quack moment over here he got going on, right? That's what he got? Shucky.
Sucky ducky quack quack.
Right?
Listen.
He's still waiting for his shucky quack quack moment. So. Nope.
In fact, I wrestled one of Booker T's students one time.
That's dope.
My boy Tyree Taylor. Shout out to Tyree Taylor. He's another dude that taught me a lot of stuff too. Wrestled him his debut match at BWF a few years ago, and we put on a hell of a match. He's a big dude. He did a freaking moonsault off the middle rope onto me. But he's great. Him and his crew, Prolific. Prolific is a dope group. Keep an eye on them. They're going to be coming up. All of them are actually on not the PWI, but they have a list of Black African-American wrestlers, 500 list. And it just came out like about a week and a half ago, right before the PWI came out. And a lot of wrestlers, and you wouldn't think there's so many, but there's more than just that 500 out there of people of color. Like if y'all didn't know right now, there's a wrestler coming up. His name is Robert Martin. Great wrestler. Great technical wrestler. He's Puerto Rican and black.
Oh shit. Okay.
When you look at him, he looks like me. Dude is cool. I took a picture with him, in fact, at the Polyemco party. He was supposed to be wrestling on the show before they canceled it. And he had a killer match with Darius Carter and the first show. And me and him were talking, and we both have ties to Mecha Wolf. So we took a picture with the Puerto Rican flag and sent it to him. Was like, yo, for you, Papa Wolf, here you go. You got both your boys. You're about to work. We were about to work a show together. Fortunately, it got canceled. And then that was right before they won the NWA tag titles. So think about it right now. You have two big leagues besides WWE promotions, and they have Latinos holding their tag team titles.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yo, Matt, Blockafellow Records has a question for you. He goes, for you and us, are you guys excited about the Olympic gold medalist wrestler Gable Stevens signing with the WWE, and do you think he'll be better than Kurt Angle? I don't think he's going to be better than Kurt Angle.
Okay, so but again, like I said before, there's only one Kurt Angle. There's only one person that could win a gold medal with a freaking broken neck, right? There's only one person that can put on such back-to-back bangers with Shane McMahon. There's only one person that can lose to the Ayatollah of rock and roll, Chris Jericho, for the undisputed title. There is only one person to go ham and freaking jump off of an entrance ramp onto AJ Styles, and that is Kurt Angle. Only man that can do anything like that is Kurt Angle. Now, this guy, he's gonna solidify himself and be his own self in the ring. So, is he gonna be better than Kurt Angle? No. Nobody can be able to hit that. Chad Gable wasn't able to do it. Shelton Benjamin wasn't able to do it. Why? Because they were their own selves. Charlie Haas, their own selves. Brock Lesnar, his own self, created his own legacy. This kid's going to create his own legacy, and he's going to go places. Him having a title very fast, doubt it. Gonna have to work at it. But he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem.
Yeah, and what made Kurt Angle stand out was his personality also. My man could be serious, scary, and funny at the same time.
It was definitely that versatility, man. And you just had it. He had that versatility. You know what I mean? You could be a clown for a month, then he shaved his head, and he was absolutely the most terrifying dude in that ring for two reasons. Yep. One, he can actually destroy you.
Video.
Two, because he can actually destroy you. Oh, there it is.
That's dope.
Good shit, show.
That's Dominic De Niro right there. He's a freaking beast. That was my second match. That's my second match right there.
Nice sling blade, yeah.
That was the first time I ever did a sling blade, and then this was the third time I did a sling blade.
Bro, I saw your finisher, bro. It was like
the chancla, the first time the chancla night.
Ooh, the finisher's amazing. I had to come in and
that was the first time I debuted the chancla. Yeah.
The chair got the chancla too for a moment. Look at it. Just
right.
move.
It is mine.
It's like, now I'm moving out the way. That was beautiful. That was nice.
I listen, I trained. When I was training constantly, I was training like weekly, twice a week sometimes. Now I don't have that luxury. I gotta travel to train now, which kind of sucks. And I gotta get a group of people too to go. So when I rent out the ring, it's less expensive for me to actually train with them. So it's like it's. I try my best to get I watch a lot of wrestling. I study a lot. Study way too much wrestling. To the point where my family's like, okay, he's watching wrestling, and they go to the other rooms to do what they're doing. But they understand it's my passion, it's what I love. I want it to be my I wanted to be what's gonna put food on my table. I wanted to pay for the roof over my head. I wanted to be able to put money on the side so I can not only put my stepdaughter through college, but my godkids through college eventually. I want to make a living off of it in time.
And you will. You will.
Oh yeah.
That's something I really want to do.
No, I hear you, bro. And you will. You got the power of the chanclas, the 1,000 fucking abuelas in there. Shit, they'll fuck you up if you don't make it. So you got no choice now. You got no choice now. Shit. Yeah, like I was telling you, I think there's a fucking 30-man battle royal going on upstairs from my apartment. That's why I keep taking my headphones off. My dog is barking.
We don't hear it.
My dog is barking at whatever the fuck's going on up there. I'm hearing yelling through my headphones.
He's barking at you because his number is about to get pulled. So you can run into the battle royal
and eliminate everybody
with the doggy paws.
Open the door.
That's it. He's the Joker. That's exactly what it is. He's the Joker.
He's the Ruby Soho.
That's right. With just a little less hair.
Shout out to Ruby Soho.
For
man.
real.
She's about to kill it in
Word.
right now.
I'm so excited to see her in the. Oh my God! Endless matches.
If you've watched her back in the indie days, you're in store.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what made me a fucking fan in the first place before she got to WWE. You know, and And she never held a title in WWE, and that's so sad. It really is, because she's so deserving of one. Like,
Yeah.
Mia Yim's another one that they need to have her at a different
Same.
spotlight. Mia Yim
same.
was a beast in the Indies. She was great in the Indies.
They gotta let them be
And
them.
she was great in NXT too. You know,
Yeah.
her time when she was doing the Mae Young Classics,
Killed it.
and then her time in NXT as well.
Yeah, her title shot for the
Got to the
NXT.
main
When
roster.
they released Mercedes Martinez, I was sad about that. I was like, damn, yo.
Yeah,
At least she got there, though. She got there. She did her thing in the Mae Young Classics.
no shit. That's
Yeah,
true.
she did.
Yo,
And then she had a
In
good
fact, she's
story. They were
she's
trying to
working
push
a
her.
Wrestle Pro soon. She's working a Wrestle Pro show, I think, soon. Mercedes Martinez.
okay. Yo,
I think
Luke.
she's fighting Deanna Peralta, if I'm not mistaken.
Yo, Luke. Lay already
Somebody.
made the rule. There's no hip hop questions here. So if you gotta keep it to wrestling, you want to ask music, you can ask the wrestling music, but no hip hop, rock, R&B, country, and all that other stuff. That's for a different podcast, bro. I don't understand. Yo, we got the most questions we get is music.
Listen. I'm from the South.
It says right there,
I'm
Wrestling
straight up say
Podcast.
Big Pun all day.
That's it.
Say Kanye, Big Pun. So
And Drake.
Even Matt's about to fuck you up, show. Matt's about to fuck you up, show.
I'm coming up there right now.
You bringing Drake? You bringing Lay with you then?
Damn right. I made it clear to you about that Drake shit, bro.
Listen,
Talking about this.
his last album, I've been only jamming to one song on that album, and that's the one with Future. That's I'm Too Sexy. I like that track only so far. The rest of the album is mierda. Not even duro, not even basura. Mierda.
Did you hear that?
Somebody give him some tissue to wipe his mouth, because that was trash out his mouth.
You heard that show, right?
I heard it.
Donda was better. Donda was better.
So take that to the bank.
Nas's album was better.
Donda had to be good. That was for his mama.
The
wait a
Backstreet Boys
second.
album was better.
Yeah.
We not resting yet, because we still got Kendrick coming up. So that's enough of the hip hop for me, though.
Yeah.
Yo, OYG asked, what company would you like to sign to, AEW or WWE? And if so, what kind of wrestler would you be? What kind of world champion would you be for either company?
AEW, 100%.
Yo, what do you think?
And I will be champion of the people.
What do you think
Oh, my
the WWE needs to do to fix the fact that they're losing to AEW right now?
Sign Matt Awesome.
Now, we don't want to ruin Matt Awesome's career, bro.
Listen, I'm in my 30s already. They're gonna fire me in 3 days. So
That's true.
Honestly, what they would have to do, Triple H would need full reign of the company.
Yeah, but they're doing the
Because
opposite.
if it wasn't for him, NXT would not be where it's at. If it wasn't for him, Shawn Michaels, and Road Dogg, it wouldn't be where it's at.
Agreed.
And now they're taking the reins for them and put in.
Like,
Is it
Mark
Briscoe?
Henry said it. Mark Henry and Paul White said it. They wanted bigger. They wanted bigger roles in the company, and they weren't willing to give them those roles. So they went to AEW, where they have those roles and then some.
And it's
All the big banger matches, we got to thank Jerry Lynn for half of them.
shit.
Jerry Lynn agents most of those matches.
It's the new
In the
effing
wrestling
show.
business,
Of course, the new effing show would do
you have
that.
an agent, right? But you got to have the right person do stuff for you and help you with like the making of stuff.
Mhm.
Jerry Lynn's the man. Like, a lot of people shitted on him in his ECW days, but Jerry Lynn was the boss.
Oh yeah.
He was one of my favorites in ECW. One of my favorites. Him, RVD, freaking Sabu,
Lance
Tommy
Storm.
Dreamer, Raven, Lance Storm. You know,
Because Go.
Jericho, Tajiri, the list goes
Super
on.
Crazy. Mikey
I've trained with
Whipwreck.
Super Crazy before. I trained with Super Crazy. That man is cool as shit in the ring.
That's what's up.
I trained with him here in the Bronx before.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's people that I've trained with that, like, you know, I owe a lot to. Like, even Prince Nana, he's another person that I picked his brain, and he saw so much. He believed in me. He believed in what I do. And one day he came over here to BWF, and I was working out because I was waiting for people to show up. Because Wednesdays was always the day that all the wrestlers would show up. We'll do blow up drills and get completely blown up, and then try to do, you know, run spots with each other and do matches after we're tired as shit. So he showed up that day. Nobody was there yet. I was in the weightlifting side just working out, so I saw him and I went over to the ring. And he was like, "Oh, you know, I should have told you I was coming. I'm waiting for these people to show up." I'm like, "Sweet, let's go." He's like, "Yeah, let's get in the ring." We were working, like, just straight up grapple wrestling, working, training, working. And he was like, when I first met you, from behind the barricade to now that you're in the ring, you're doing it right. And the moment he told me you're doing it right, you're going to go places if you keep on with the same attitude and you keep on doing it the way you're doing it and with the right people, I was like, thank you. Because his niece worked with me in my job. I was her supervisor at the time. So when she found out I started training, she told him. He got me tickets to a Ring of Honor show, and I showed, and I was watching the show, whatever. At the end of the show, I went around the side. He told me, go around the back and wait for me out there. I'll bring people out so you can meet them and talk to them. So that night, he brought out the Young Bucks for me to meet for the first time. The Gorillas of Destiny. Leo Rush. ACH. Jay Lethal. Tanahashi I met that night. I met a whole bunch of guys. Steve Carino. He told me, never forget this night, Matt. You're gonna meet these people again down the road, and they're gonna remember you because you impacted them. A few weeks later, I'm in a locker room with Leo Rush. So I was with my trainer. He brought me to the locker room so I could see how locker rooms run, because that was when I first started. Leo remembered me from meeting me. Jay Lethal was there. He remembered me from one of the ring crew days, just talking. So I basically, cousin Nana himself, a few years later, we get in the ring together and we're training. He's like, you got that switch that a lot of wrestlers don't have. You have that little switch in you that when you're working with somebody, you're filling them out, and they feel like they're getting the best of you. But when they start to move the wrong way, in your benefit, you attack. He was like, that kill switch needs to be a little bit faster, but you got it. He told me that. I'm like, okay. He was like, but who you been training with? I'm like, with Ghost Shadow Nazriel now. He was like, stick with them for now. Because they have an ill kill switch. If you watch Azrael now, dude's cardio is unmatched, and he's a freaking beast. Ghost Shadow too. They're all about, like, technical lucha shit, and I love it. But yeah, AEW, and I'll be a champion of the people.
That's what's up.
Hold
on, I got.
Wait. Hey, that's math awesome. I actually interviewed that guy.
Word.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna forget this. I ain't never gonna forget this. Like I tell people, I don't forget people that actually looked out for me. I always pay it forward. No matter what, I pay it forward.
That's what's up.
That's me.
I hear you, bro. Definitely appreciate you being on here.
Or we don't.
Nah, most def. Like, come on now. You ask me real quick, bro. Did you get this to me? I'm like, give me a day. I set up the green screen. I set up my camera. I put the raffle on there. I did a whole commercial for you.
Yep. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Just for your 24-hour stream, and
No, yeah, and I asked about 40 people to do that for me, and you was the first one to actually get me back. So that's dope. Yeah, he didn't even do it,
and he's everything.
Yeah, I didn't have to do shit to it. I just threw it up on the video.
I did a full edit.
I asked Show to do it. He didn't even fucking do it, and I had to put him in the damn movie.
Word. He had to edit me in the movie.
Yeah, I had to take shit he did before and edit him in the shit.
In fact, I want to shout out one of our boys, McFly.
Oh, you know McFly? That's my boy.
McFly.
Oh yeah.
That's my boy. I remember he told me he knew you. He was like, "Yo, it's a small world. I know a guy that you guys know." I was like, "Word."
That's the homie, yeah.
That's crazy. My boy McFly.
Good dude. I liked working with him. I worked with him. Liked working with him. He was cool. He's a cool dude. Very cool dude.
I'll show him.
I seen him the other day, in fact. I saw him on Sunday. I was messing with him too. I'm like, sir, I'm sorry, we're closed. Nah, he's a great dude. Very cool dude. Very cool dude.
Yeah, he is. Yo, Boricua Tommy wants to know, if you were to wrestle Brock Lesnar in a last man standing match, what would be your advantage to beat him? Besides the chancleta, I guess.
Nothing but the chancleta, and it got to be a steel chancleta.
It got to be a vibranium chancleta.
Word.
Listen, I'm at
Wakanda chancleta.
Gauntlet. I got to get a chancleta from Wakanda, and so I can be able to beat Brock Lesnar.
Word.
You know what's going to be my thing? I'll run around the ring as much as possible in circles until my cardio gives in, and then I'll hide under the ring, right? And at the given moment, I'll try my best to see if Tony Khan can lend me that exploding ring.
Oh, that was the most devastating thing I've ever seen in my life.
Exactly. Only way I feel I can beat Brock Lesnar is with that exploding ring.
Oh, yeah. He won't survive that.
And then Trent's mom just pulling up with the car and running him over, probably. You know, put the car on top of it on him so when they can count him out. Good.
Gonna break that car. That's a big dude.
That's the only way. Nah, but yeah, that's another person. Like, a lot of people are like, "Oh, put Brock Lesnar." Nah, he's come a long way. He's done this. He done this shit, and I respect it.
OBW. Was he in OBW?
Yep, he was OBW. Him and Shelton Benjamin were a tag team there.
Oh, yeah.
Batista was there. It was a plethora of wrestlers that was there. John Cena was there. Then you got Roman Reigns was there. Seth Rollins was there. Ox was there.
John Cena was there.
Dean Ambrose was there. Remember that guy? Dean Ambrose? We all remember him, right?
He was Mox there. He was actually Mox in OVW.
Oh, I know. I don't know where Dean Ambrose came from.
The crowd.
That was Vince.
Vince McMahon.
Of course it was.
Dude Drop was Vince's idea.
Of course it was.
When they should have just named the Viper.
That's what I'm saying.
Viper.
We had the argument.
As good as she is,
I changed it.
Easy.
when I heard that name, I was like, what?
He's poking fun at fat people. I like that.
Voodoo drop.
Meanwhile, she's one of the best wrestlers you can have.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's doing a good job with it.
That's why he put that stupid thing on Keith Lee. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that was.
Keith should wear his shorts, man. Wear his biker shorts. Who's the man?
So dumb.
He had a banger with his own freaking fiance. In Beyond, they had a great match before she got signed and he got signed. Great match in Beyond. Loved it.
It's like, man,
that's another promotion. That's another promotion everybody got to keep their eye on, and that's Beyond. Beyond they put on some great shows. I think next weekend they have back-to-back shows next weekend. And then I think after that, that Thursday is Uncharted starts again on IWTV.
Okay.
I'm actually on IWTV on one of their shows. Two shows, in fact. 2 shows. Brooklyn Comedy, they did a whole movie, and I'm in that movie. and there's a BCW show that BWF invaded and jumped the Seth Susan squad at the end of the show, and I'm in there. I'm on that shit. I ran in and started beating people up. It was fun.
That's dope.
Yeah, it led all the way up into a few different matches. It was fun. It was a great storyline that we were in. Great storyline. It started from a December, and it went all the way on until November of the following year. It was a great story. Great story. I got beat up for about up to 6 minutes in the ring by the whole squad. They beat the shit out of me.
Damn.
And I hit a tornado DDT and ended up getting the tag.
Nice.
Wrestling, a lot of people, some people, I've had people straight to my face tell me, well, that's the fake shit, right? And I'm like, ain't nothing fake about it. Tell me how to fake a bump, and I'll be gold. You can't fake that. Like I tend to put it on in my job, and customers look and they're like, oh, that's fake shit. I'm like, that's not fake. Like, what makes it not fake? And I'm like, do you see the person that's in the ring? And they look and they're like, that's you. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like, oh my God, does it hurt? And that's when they like take it back. And I'm like,
oh yeah, they don't have the balls to say that shit now that they know that you're in front of their face.
Exactly.
It's funny.
So I'm like, listen, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to do it.
Yeah, it's funny. People want to say that shit, and I'll be like, yeah, but the same novellas that you cry about and you bitch about that Ryan is fucking this girl, that's faker than anything you could think of. But you're so emotionally invested in that. What makes this fucking realer than what the fuck wrestling is?
But the funny thing is this: when you watch AEW, you don't see the same stuff.
No.
Not even one of my favorite women right there with the gimmick is Abaddon. Love it. The girl could work. She's not a girl, she's a zombie. That zombie could work. And the way she works that gimmick, oh my God. Love it. It's amazing. But then you have like matches like what Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker did. That's AEW on a different level.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
A completely different level. Even Britt Baker killed it this past Sunday with Chris Statlander.
That was one of the best female matches I've seen.
Britt Baker was killing it when she was in that wheelchair just doing heel work. She was like doing amazing heel work. She's like, she's still in a wheelchair, not well, but she's still doing her thing. I'm like,
even MJF.
Yeah, I mean, MJF is one of the purest heels ever. He's just like
he never turns it off. He never turns it off.
Ever. Never turns it off. He's a dick the whole way through. Holy 100%.
Shit. Do you think he went overboard talking about Brian Pillman's mother?
Nah. Apparently, listen, the mom was fine with it. So was Pillman. I guess everybody was fine with it. The thing is, if it's happening, then everybody agreed to it.
That's what I was gonna say. He has to ask permission. He can't just call his mother a meth.
MJF he's gonna do it through and through, but as long as everybody's cool with it, you know what I mean?
Come on, he had a meet and greet, and this kid rolled up in a wheelchair to get an autograph, and he put his finger in his face, gave him the middle finger, and he got heat for it. And that you're muted, Gigi.
No, Gigi muted.
Can't hear me.
She's still talking and she's muted. I love it.
Yeah.
He said, "Fuck this big button."
I got it.
There you go.
All right.
I'm just saying. The Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, I was like hearing it. I was like, yep. It absolutely phenomenal match with MJF and the moms. That was great. That was great heel work, no matter what.
Even when Max Caster went overboard with his rap.
Okay. Suspended.
Has anybody seen the new one?
About that. Yeah,
I haven't seen the edited one yet. I've seen the original one.
The how I feel about it is, he touched on a touchy subject when it came to the whole rape allegation stuff, the rape charges that happened, the allegations that actually happened. So the rape stuff, that was kind of uncalled for. But have to remember where he is saying this. He is saying this under a character. He is saying this to get heat. Kind of took it too far, but
Got heat.
have McMahon saying the N-word. Case closed.
What up, my nigga?
But he's the owner. He can say whatever.
He can't say shit.
I remember.
No,
My favorite thing was
yes, he
Cena's
can,
look.
but-
Cena was on some.
Wasn't old enough to say it back then. Stop.
She was on some.
Booker T was surprised on that because they even said, they asked Booker, he was like, yeah, I wasn't aware of that segment going on like that. Him saying that. They say he was going to say something a little crazy. I didn't know it was going to be that. And I had to just react because of my paycheck. So, that's the thing. When Max did it, I was like, damn, we kind of took it there. And you know, a lot of people are on the height of just letting people know, yo, no, you're canceled. And that's what ended up happening. But he literally had to take sensitivity training and everything. And I get it. The dude he's a humble dude. Like, I know people that personally know him. I've hung out with Bowens. I never really hung out with Max. But from the people that I know that know him, they say he's a humble dude. He's a great dude. For them to do what they did, that they gave him the little break, I get it. Let the heat come off of him. Fans want to see them again, bring them back. And they did. And the way he came back was awesome. Like, he basically said it. He was like reading off of a paper, and then they ripped it up, and then he actually went in on the real rap. And he didn't disrespect nobody on it. He disrespected the wrestlers in the ring. So I'm guessing they must have given him the warning and was like, look, do this training because you need to now, because you kind of touched on a bad subject and we don't want to be on shaky subjects like that. But focus most of your direct, like, cheap shots to the people in the ring. Don't focus on the people outside the ring.
Yeah.
Or whatever's going on outside the ring. Because if he would have made a reference to what's going on in Afghanistan, you know for a fact, why though you say that? And he would have been hammered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he's the wrong color to be political too.
Exactly.
Because
A lot of people didn't know that his father used to play for the Jets. But okay.
his father used to play for the Jets.
Surprised.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Say it twice. What?
Oh, shit. Okay.
Look it up. I think Tony Schiavone or JR actually mentioned it.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's what's up, bro. Shit.
I'm just waiting for them to bring Super Dragon from PWG. If Super Dragon shows up, you know who he's kicking the heads off of. The Bucks. You know that for a fact.
I feel like everybody
But
wants to
Super-
kick the head
I
off the
think-
Bucks.
But I think Super Dragon's about to have a match though with against Malachi Black and Brody King
What?
at PWG,
Interesting.
the next PWG show.
Interesting.
The sad thing is, all the PWG stuff, you got to either get the DVD or sign up for iSpots.com to watch their stuff. Their last show was bananas.
Edward Diaz just wrote in the chat, Super Dragon with mad apostrophes. Exclamation points.
Yeah, Super Dragon. Super Dragon was a beast. He still is a beast.
Okay. All right, we're gonna have to wrap it up because the asshole on the top left got to work tomorrow.
Forget that, I guess. Forget
Yeah,
we don't want
that's
to care
true.
about
That's
you.
true.
Word.
I'm actually getting ready for this weekend. So tomorrow I'm just getting up to work out and go get a cut to clean up the sides over here, my hair over here. Try to get it braided out for Saturday's show. That's gonna be in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I'm just gonna plug it now. I'll just plug it.
Yeah, do your thing.
Go for it. Absolutely.
This weekend, I am wrestling in Bridgeport, Connecticut for Blood, Sweat, and Tears Wrestling. You can easily go on Instagram, Facebook, type in Blood, Sweat, Tears, or BST Wrestling, and you can go ahead and get your get tickets. First responder, so anybody who's a first responder, EMT, police, yeah, I think that's about it for first responders. You guys get a discount at the door. It's family friendly, the show, so you can bring your kids. Unfortunately, I won't have merch on me that day, but you can easily go to my Pro Wrestling Tees store on ProWrestlingTees.com.
In the chat.
Order 2 of the shirts. It's in the chat. The new shirt will be out very, very, very soon. Just be on the lookout for that. You can also catch some my highlight videos here on YouTube. I think that it's in my link tree.
Yep, and that's in the chat also.
Yep, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And please, I'm only about 150 followers away from 1,000 followers on TikTok. And I want 1,000 followers so I can start going live on TikTok to answer people's questions about myself and wrestling and be on shows and actually go live at the shows with some of the wrestlers so y'all can talk to them too. So I'm trying to push it. I'm trying to get on all these platforms. I do have a Twitch account. I haven't Twitch streamed in a while. It's usually like old school wrestling games. So yeah, I have Virtual Pro. I have a modified hacked version of Virtual Pro with all the wrestlers in that shit. And I haven't gotten on because my laptop kind of sucks. So I'm waiting to get a new laptop so I can start doing stuff there. I was even doing Fire Pro at one point. But I will be back on my Twitch stream. I gotta get better with the OBS stuff, so I'm probably have to holler at y'all for that.
Yeah, I got
you, bro. Y'all can follow me anywhere. Again, this weekend, Blood, Sweat, Tears, big show, great show. I actually just search them, get the tickets. I'm gonna repost it. So if you guys all follow me, I'm reposting up all the links for the show tonight, tomorrow, and day of, which is Saturday, September 11th. Now, also, I wanted to also say a few words. We lost a wrestler a few weeks back, right after the last show of Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Big Jim, he passed away unexpectedly. On Saturday, we will be doing a salute to him. Also, tragedy hit the Bronx recently, if you guys didn't know. A young man with autism was missing. He ended up passing away. They found him. He passed away. The family, my mom is friends with a friend of the family, and she has been posting up stuff about it. So I want to send my condolences to the family also on here. And on Saturday, I will be representing both of them on my wrist tape like I do every show. I had a friend of mine who passed away back in 2019, November. He was a wrestler, up and coming, one of the best ones coming out of New York City. His name is Matt Travis. He was riding his bike home.
Yes, I read about that.
He got killed. I always put MBK on my wrist tape, but this Saturday I'm gonna have to pack up my wrist tape a little bit more and put Big Jim and put Christopher on my wrist tape too to pay tribute to them also. But yes, people, this Saturday, if you guys want to come out to the show, don't hesitate. Come out. It's in Bridgeport, Connecticut. It's going to be a great show. Also, if you guys, I'm plugging them because this is my second family with Battle Club. Come out to the Battle Club show in October. Hit up their page. It's invite only, so hit them up. Get tickets. You'll see your Big Swole. Big Swole will be there. She will be wrestling. If you want to see her live and in person after the 22nd of September, you want to see her face the Boricua badass Sasha Steels, come out to Battle Club. Come watch it. Hey, if anybody in the chat is looking to train and learn how to become a professional wrestler, hit up Fallout Shelter. It's a great place to learn. Learn from Steve Pena. You could also learn from Masha Slamovich, Mike Law, the whole. You guys will love it. Now, follow me. Just follow me. Hit that like. Hit the subscribe on YouTube. Hit the follow everywhere. Please, just follow me.
Follow him home.
Comment. share, like, everything.
Follow
all
him
the
home.
above.
Follow him in the bathroom. Follow him in the bodega. Follow him in the Macy's store.
Whoa. Don't get too close. You got the chancleta. Don't get too close. You got the chancleta. You give me a tate quieto.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, bro. And once again, our condolences to all the families that lost somebody this year and everybody that you mentioned. From, the Nukkle Hedd family to y'all, our condolences. And Matt, appreciate you coming by again, bro. And
no problem.
Like I said, bro,
I want Nukkle Hedd to sponsor one of my matches.
Yo, I would. We will talk and we'll see what we can do.
We gotta do something.
Yeah.
I think we can do something.
You sound like we did with that.
Yo,
I think we can do something.
And you know something, bro? I'm gonna see if I go to a fucking discount store and get mad chancletas, and we're gonna see if we can make your dream come true and throw them shits in the ring. Even if I gotta get arrested, because I'm the only asshole throwing shit in the ring.
Listen, Chinatown.
Listen.
Go to Chinatown. Get the little chinitas. You get the
man. No, we go to Oriental Trading. We buy them shits in bulks, baby, on a discount with the coupon. What? This is why y'all have me. This is why y'all have me. I can get the merch.
I thought we had you so you could call me a midget asshole.
Got it.
I didn't say all that. See, here you go again. You know what? We're not getting into it.
Asshole. I heard it.
Yeah, we all heard it. Sorry, though. I've been called worse. Not.
Thank you for your time, brother.
Yeah. Yo,
no problem.
Once again, yo, proud of you, brother. Proud of you. Yo, we gotta have you back on because there was a lot of questions that we didn't get to. You know what I'm saying? Sure. But yo,
we gotta do them different. We gotta write them down and just go question by question.
Yeah, you know what it is?
No lagging, because right now it didn't lag. After
it didn't. It didn't.
No, it didn't. It didn't at all.
Word. I think Sky got scared of Gigi when she started yelling at me and shit. Sky was like, you know what? I'm just gonna act right.
You know what? Now I know I need to yell at you a lot sooner in the beginning of the podcast, so that way everything runs smoothly.
Word.
Word.
But yeah, man, definitely. But I like to have things organic, man. We had just an organic conversation. That's what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best podcast for me. I love them like this.
Hell yeah, man. Because that's what we do, bro. That's what we do. That's what makes us different from everybody. You can't, we got the future best wrestler in the world on the future best wrestling podcast in the world. We making magic out here. And on that note, yo, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads and Mad Awesome signing out, bro. Peace, everybody.
You're.
All right. So we like to stay on afterwards. It's still being recorded, so people can hear our shit. But yeah, man.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm gonna still eat my pizza. This is banging as fuck right now.
Pizza from looking like Ninja Turtles and shit. The cheese was all scrumptious. Where you got that from?
It was. There's a pizza spot around my way, I like commercial pizza. If I have to do a commercial pizza, then so be it. But I'd rather like neighborhood pizza. I'm born in Brooklyn, girl. I love me some real neighborhood pizzas, man. Come on now. Big pizza be the shit though. Woo.
Dang. Delicious. You made me hungry. Let me get the fuck out of here. My dogs need to be walked.
Word.
They're looking at me like, what the fuck?
But yo, Matt,
over there.
Holla at me. I'll talk to these guys and we'll see what we could sponsor a match. That'd be dope.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah,
for sure.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Word.
Yeah, you can.